Attention, true crime community. True crime community has been infiltrated.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.
Is compromised.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are.
True crime community has been infiltrated.
Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr. Yes.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
You work in a fucking gym, and you're 45!
I do not want any spies or snitches stuck to my chest.
I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
So that's against the rules, and you can't stick to them. Whatever. Those rules aren't real. You can't stick to them!
Do it my way.
Get ready for the shit show. Smoke them if you got them. Make sure you have your cigarettes. Make sure you have your drinks. Make sure you have all your stuff ready because it's going to be a hell of a day today. Understand me when I say people are fucking sick of this.
I need you again, so stick around. So stick around.
She told her subs and everybody to get ready for the shit show that was going to be put on today. She was well aware of it before it happened. She told you to get your cigarettes, your snacks, and your drinks.
So stick around.
Say that I wasn't including Queen B, okay? I've said that on every single live. I'm not talking about Queen B. I'm not talking about Queen B. Guess what? I was fucking talking about Queen B.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away now. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen B, bring information on Queen B. We're done with Queen B. Queen B's in my crosshairs. There's Queen B's channel. Queen B thinks she can. But Queen B is reformed. I bet you Queen B gets tricked. Queen B.
Fake PI trash bag bitch is so obsessed with me.
You'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're lying close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away now. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen B would think she could.
Anybody at Queen B show earlier.
We talked about Queen B and stuff. I didn't listen to Queen B's.
I heard Queen B. We got bailing on Salty for Queen B, and some people not the Queen B. I don't understand why anybody's afraid of her.
About Queen B over here on Queen B.
Queen B, show her face, show her face, show her face.
That's real rich coming from somebody who wears pantyhose on his face every live.
You'll always be my broken love.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been...
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Can you guys hear me okay? Is everything, you guys hear me all right? The volume's okay? Okay, y'all, remember we were talking about Lindsay Shiver, the one that was she had a murder for hire for her husband, the guy that Robert Shiver. So this is body cam footage of before they left for the Bahamas that day. I'll start playing it real quick.
Video in the alleged Bahamas murder plot. Police responding to a tense situation between a Georgia mom and the estranged husband she's accused of conspiring to kill. Eva Pilgrim has the latest for us. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Robin. In that body camera video, you can see Lindsay Shiver and her estranged husband in the midst of an argument about the trip to the Bahamas. He tells the police officers she's going to see her boyfriend, and he doesn't want her on their private jet.
So what's going on?
This morning, ABC News obtaining new body camera footage showing police responding to a confrontation between Georgia mom Lindsay Shiver and the husband she's now charged with plotting to kill just days before she was arrested.
Don't recommend going on vacation together, but that's just my personal.
I agree with that.
It's just an hour on an airplane.
Less than a week after getting to the island, Lindsay Shiver arrested, accused of concocting a plan to kill her estranged husband. According to a police report, on July 21st, Robert told police he learned of what was a plot to murder him.
I'm not sure. You know what? I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I'm not sure that I really even believe that. I mean, because you know what? The only thing that we know of right now is that they found this in some other guy's phone. So as of right now, all we know is that they found a message in, you know, the guy that she was dating or, you know, or having an affair with or whatever she was doing, you know, whatever he's saying that was going on. It was in his buddy's phone. So that's kind of like not really hardcore evidence. I mean, they got to have something else together. I'm guessing they probably have something else as well that we don't know about. You know, there's got to be something else going on that we don't know about, or evidence or something that we don't know about. The link is pinned. Anybody's welcome to come up and chit chat with us or with me about this.
Saying he came to police out of fear for his life and the life of his children. Police arresting Lindsay and two accomplices. Investigators searching their phones and allege in a police report that Lindsay later admitted to sending messages and photos saying kill him.
Any message to Robert or the boy?
But wait. I thought when they first arrested them. Wait. I thought when they first arrested him or them, they found that the other guy had committed some kind of a crime and they were going through his phone and found that message, and that the police got a hold of Robert and informed him of what was going on. From the sounds of it, from the sounds of what it just said was basically the husband found out about it and turned in his wife. Is that what it sounded like to you guys? Because that's pretty weird to me. Hey, Forgotten Whispers, how are you, baby? I'm sorry. I try to stop over and say hi when you're live. Sometimes I miss you. I've been super busy and kids are back to school and, you know, I'm dealing with shit from every angle on top of this, lawsuit and stuff. And like I said, there's a lot of things I want to speak on that I can't speak on. And, it is what it is. I'll be able to soon enough. Anyhow, though, I feel like something else. There's something sketch about this. I'm not sure what it is yet. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something going on.
Boys.
She was released on $100,000 bail last week. Court documents show the Shivers, seen here in family Facebook photos, were in the midst of a contentious divorce.
Now, Lindsay's two accomplices are also now out on bail. They've all been fitted with ankle monitors and must regularly check in with authorities. And also as part of her agreement for release, she has to stay in Nassau. All three are due back in court in October. They have declined to comment.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News.
I don't know, you guys. I know we watched Plunder, and she has another. Let me go pull this real quick. Because Plunder was going to get the body cam footage and stuff, but she said that the news got it first. So Hold on. Here's the entire body cam footage that Plunder got. Let's see here. Which is pretty much the same thing that the news got, but I think hers goes a little bit longer. But you can see this is their house, and from what it sounds like, Robert Shiver is taking the kids on vacation or going to the Bahamas, and she wants to go. And he said no, that you weren't invited. He doesn't want to take her on the private jet. He doesn't want her to get on the private jet. And the police end up being called. So we'll watch it here.
Or abusive person.
Do you want me to show them the photos? Don't recommend going on vacation together, but that's just my personal.
I agree with that.
It's just an hour on an airplane.
Do you remember me?
Pardon?
Do you remember me? When you had Murphy? When you had that guy sleeping in the house? They wound up arresting him for.
So he can get the kid stuff out of my car. Well, I'm still going, Robert, so you can take their luggage.
It's too late to put you on customs.
It's always just going to be a he said, she said. I mean, you get video footage, you have surveillance cameras, you have something that I can look at and say, yes, he put his hands on you.
So, bless God, today we've got some exclusive body cam footage to view. It's regarding.
Y'all make sure you go sub up to Plunder. She's an amazing creator. She always puts out awesome fact-based videos. Like, she does not put out bullshit. You will never find drama or any kind of bullshit from her at all. So I'll go put her link in the chat. Make sure you guys sub up to her. Again, it's Plunder. She does excellent. So if you guys like to watch this kind of stuff, make sure you sub up to her.
The case of Lindsay Shiver, who has been accused of plotting with her boyfriend Terrence Bethel to hire his childhood friend, a man named Farron Newbold, to permanently get rid of Lindsay's husband, Robert Shiver. You're going to view today an exclusive peek behind the couple's Thomasville, Georgia mansion after their divorce was filed, but only 4 days before a break-in occurred at the Bahamas bar where Lindsay's boyfriend once worked. And this break-in revealed the whole would-be murder for hire plot. Watching this footage is like watching a Netflix documentary unfolding.
She's inside now. Okay. So what's going on? Y'all are separated?
Okay, so we've seen this little part here, but I'll replay it again.
Or what's the deal?
We have filed for divorce.
Okay.
Living in the same house. It's hell on earth, as you can imagine.
Okay.
In her divorce filings, as we've covered in previous videos in this series, we know that Lindsay accused Robert of taking the boys out of town without her. And she even leveled accusations of mistreatment, of misuse against Robert towards her. So now we get to see that day in action on the cops' body cam footage sent directly to me. They track down this footage. We get to hear her accusations from her own.
Did y'all hear that? She said she tracked down this footage straight from the officer to her. So she's out here putting in work. Go ahead, Plunder. You doing a good job, girl. What's that? Girl, you doing a good job. You doing a good job. Jeannie, let's see. Did he say they've arrested him before? Are you talking about the husband or the boyfriend? Hold on, Deets. I've heard people mention this case, but haven't watched anything on it. A plot against him. I'm back in the stream. Oh, yeah, babe. Look, I'm telling you, this one, we kind of went over it a little bit, but there really wasn't much like put out. It just was the fact that she was arrested. Basically that, you know, they had went through her boyfriend's friend's phone and found a plot. You know, some story about wanting to hire to kill him or, you know, have him murdered and stuff. And it's been crazy. This is like body cam footage and, you know, Plunder, she's always on it. So I always try to refer to her or like the news, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But I seen that this was updated and we talked about it already once. So I just kind of wanted to play the updated body cam footage of the week before they left. And now this is like right before they left for the Bahamas. I'm sure you do more in-depth stuff. So you would probably be able to put like a better timeline together, Deets, but there's only just a little bit out so far, but she actually was arrested and bonded out on $100,000 bond. And in order to do that, she had to buy or rent property in the Bahamas. So now she's basically stuck there, and the husband is over here with the 3 kids. So it's just like, it's pretty shitty for being, for a mom. But if she did do that, then, I mean, that's not okay either, So yeah, there's definitely some twists and turns. There's quite a few actually. Yeah, and she's okay. Hold on. Blunder has a whole playlist on this case. Good deal. Okay, we'll go check it out then. So she's got more on it. Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more coming out. But they both, what'd Samara say here? Samara here. The cop was talking about a homeless person who was living in their home. Oh, really? Wow. Huh. I didn't hear that yet, but I'll check it out, babe. Yeah, this story is crazy. I'm like, what the hell? So as soon as I seen a little bit of an update, I figured we could chit chat about it for a little bit. Like I said, I probably won't be on here super long, but I figured we could just chit chat, about the body cam footage that came out and stuff. So I'll finish. I'll let it.
Own mouth.
But anyway, woke up this morning. We have travel plans to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And he's insisting that I don't go.
When I was reading over those divorce papers, I thought, wow, the cops had to get involved. There has to be body cam footage. And thankfully, Thomasville sent it to me today. This woman, Lindsay, is like a changeling to me. She looks different in every photo and video, but now we get to hear her voice.
Okay. And then I have my keys. He moves me out of the way, starts trying to unload my car. Tells me he owns the car. He owns the rights to it.
It was Sunday, July 16th, 2023, at 7:20 in the morning when officers Courtney, Murphy, and Officer Erin Vick, the main woman who speaks with Lindsay, they were dispatched to the Shiver residence in reference to a physical altercation.
Just got super aggressive, and that's when I called immediately because he's been physical before, and I'm just not doing that.
While en route, you'll see some of the body cam footage and the in-car systems. They were activated, and now we get to see this tumultuous footage between this couple who's going through this horrible divorce. Upon arrival, the officers make contact with the person who complained, Lindsay Shiver. Lindsay advised the cops of the altercation between herself and her estranged husband, and officers are going to try and encourage Lindsay to, separate, to de-escalate. Now, both Robert and Lindsay were advised of their case number, and they were given Victim Bill of Rights pamphlets. You'll see that Robert kind of is like, he doesn't really want it. Officer John Courtney, his body cam footage only shows about 5 minutes or so of the footage. He's kind of taking other calls. There's also Officer Paul Murphy's footage, which lasts longer, 18 minutes worth of footage, but some of that is him approaching this huge home. You're going to see all of it. The main one is Officer Erin Vick. It shows more than 15 minutes of the events that happened that day and sets.
Okay, so from the sounds of it, there's a few different there's a few different body cams that I'm sure she'll hold on. She does look different from the previous video, doesn't she, Flutter? I was just thinking that she looks totally different. Like she doesn't even look the same as she did in this video here, and this is just a week difference. She bought property over there. Yeah, I know nothing on this one. Well, she had to either buy it or rent it in order to stay that, in order to bond out. That was one of the bond stipulations. She had to rent or, get a place over there. This was the one me and Rowena was talking about when Rowena was when she had came up and was talking to us about her husband's grandpa was having, had just been diagnosed with, I believe it was Alzheimer's, but I could be wrong. But anyhow, they put up extra security footage because of him. And they put up extra security footage because of the grandpa and ended up catching them, like doing things together that they probably shouldn't have on camera. And they actually sent it to the lawyer and her mother. So yeah, I would be pretty stinking embarrassed
I'd be real fucking embarrassed.
At the wheels in motion this whole event. The report lists a weapon type of a knife cutting tool involved. So I'm not quite sure. I've watched it through. We'll see if we see a knife cutting tool involved.
So are you just wanting to leave? Or is he supposed to be going with you?
Yeah, we're supposed to be going with our kids.
Okay.
Robert is listed as a 6'3" 225-pound man with brown hair and blue eyes. And Lindsay's height and weight are not listed. But you're going to see a woman who's fed up and resentful of her husband. That's what I got. And she's got a lot of hubris too. You know, you'll maybe go through a range of emotions like I did when I'm watching this. As you can see, when they pull up, the officers are like, now what's going on? You guys are separated or what's the deal? And Lindsay starts to explain it's hell on earth. As you can imagine, we filed for divorce, but we're still living together. Indeed, that's got to be the worst. So Lindsay.
Yes, Plunder actually goes over a video of the pool house that she's staying in with the kids and things like that. Let me see if I can go pull this. The live we did before. It actually has her arrest when the very first arrest had started. And I know Plunder has a lot of it on here. Let's see. Okay, so since we're kind of like starting in the middle here, I will we'll take it back to the very first one here in a few minutes to Plunder, where she kind of gives an idea of the house. And matter of fact, here we'll do a quick rundown for those of you guys that don't know about this case. I'll switch it over. And we'll go through Plunder's video real fast, like of a quick rundown. It says like a cheerleader, rich husband, affair, and hitman. Lindsay and Robert Shiver, Terrence Bethel, and Farron. I think it says Neville. I'm not sure like what the last name is, but anyhow, this is kind of like how she introduced her, because you know she does really well with her videos. So she kind of introduces them all. But this is when the arrest happened and the news broke, and this is like the first. This is the first day we talked about it, and this was like the first video. So I'll play a little 5-minute clip of this so you guys can get the idea of like what's going on. I'll tell you right now, that house they have together is nice as, and they both want to live there. They both want to be there. You know what I mean? So one of them thinks that they're going to stay with the kids. The other one wants to stay with the kids. So I think she moves to the pool house, and her and the kids are staying in the pool house, and he's staying inside the normal house. But like she said, it's still hell on wheels, because when you're going through a divorce, it's heavy anyways. It's hard for you, the kids, the husband, you know what I mean? Like the whole house suffers. So.
And her younger. Have you heard about this one? This is the real-life would-be murderous saga of a former beauty queen, her college sweetheart, football-playing rich husband, and her younger boy-toy boyfriend from the Bahamas. It's not always better in the Bahamas, despite the advertisement, although it's gorgeous down there. Lindsay Shiver, a 36-year-old married mom, just wasn't satisfied with a rich life. No, she had to add a 28-year-old Bahamian lover.
And hey, I'm not going to sit here and say he's not a little hottie, that maybe, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that it's okay. I don't ever think affairs or cheating or anything like that. I do not condone that. I think that's the worst. Like it's really bad on the family. It's really bad on, you or your significant other or whatever. I just don't get down. I don't like that stuff. So I just don't think it's okay. You know what I mean? I'm just not one that, whatever. So anyhow, like I'm not saying it's like I don't know. Anyhow, though, she, they've been married a long time. They were high school sweethearts, and I'm guessing he probably caught her eye. I don't know, but yeah, it's it's pretty wild, y'all. It's pretty wild. So anyhow, we'll play. Like I said, I'll let this play and give you a background, and then we'll go back to the body cam footage.
Into her mix, and when her husband found out, he filed for divorce. We're going to go over all the news out of the Bahamas and rumors. However, Lindsay has fought back against claims of adultery. Lindsay and Robert Shiver began fighting over their possessions, a private jet, their...
I'm sorry, I'm probably driving you guys nuts by stopping, but let me just say, that house is freaking beautiful. Like, I'm not even joking. I wouldn't want to be leaving that house either. You know what I mean? If that was where I was living and had been living with my kids, I'm not sure I would want to leave either. You know, like, I don't know. It's really nice. I mean, I'm sure, you know.
$2.58 million Georgia mansion and custody of their 3 young sons. Beautiful boys. But when her husband found out that she was having an affair, that's when authorities say Lindsay started to plot his murder. Now, Lindsay lived with her 37-year-old husband, Robert Shiver, in a 7-bedroom, 7-bathroom, 7,873 square foot home worth $2.577 million in Thomasville, Georgia. The couple were college sweethearts. Robert is a former Auburn University football player, and that's where he met the former beauty queen.
So he was a football player. She was a cheerleader. You know, they met in high school and they've been together since. So, I mean, that's when you've been together a long time like that, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, the marriage does tend to get a little, Kendra, 7 bedrooms, and she was in the pool house with the kids. Girl, I think the pool house was like 5 bedrooms or something. It's crazy. Yeah, they were definitely going at it, and neither one of them wanted to leave. They both wanted to stay in the home, or, you know, I guess in the pool house and in the home. Sometimes when you have everything, it means nothing because they don't know any different. Yeah, you know what? You're right. And sometimes there's people who are like extremely rich and have a lot of money and they do things for the thrill. You know, like they could have $1 million in the bank and still go steal something, or, you know what I mean? Like you can have it all and it still not be enough. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Then known as Lindsay Shirley in 2007. She was about 20 years old. Now Lindsay Shiver, she had been once crowned Miss Houston County in 2005 and finished second in some national peanut festival pageant that same year. But this college sweetheart dream would turn deadly.
All right, pose up.
Not her little signs. Go plunder. Go ahead, girl. Have it all, but not have it all up there. Well, and you know what? These guys, like I said, they've been married for a long time. You know, I mean, it just maybe because maybe both of them were bored. Maybe there wasn't things right. The peanut queen. Maybe, I don't know, you know, like I said, maybe things were going rough. Like she said, they were living in hell. I mean, that body cam footage or whatever was a week before she was arrested. So we'll hold on. I'll play a little bit more of this and then we'll go back.
So day 3 of the Pozo push-up challenge. I want to give a special shout out to my wife, Lindsay, who had surgery today. Super proud of you. So I'm in the hotel room waiting to go pick her up in the morning.
The couple's 13-year marriage took a turn when Robert, 38, allegedly caught Lindsay having an affair, and he filed for divorce in April on grounds of, quote, adulterous conduct, according to court papers obtained by Fox News Digital.
That's what I always do, and they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Because you're too streetwise?
Yup.
See, and she looks so much different. Like, she looks completely different to what she looks like now. I don't know. It's really sad because divorce can, it makes you lose weight, makes you stress. I mean, I've heard of women losing their hair, being so stressed out, losing weight. You lose sleep. You know what I mean? Like, you worry about your kids, you worry about your house, you worry about your ex-husband, even though he's an asshole. You worry about, you worry about everything. You know what I mean? Women, we tend to worry.
And all these hoes laughing like so funny.
She's talking about the audience that they're laughing at her.
Did you say that?
I've been trying to get these papers too. But in her response to Robert's divorce filing, Lindsay has denied an illicit affair. Her lawyers wrote that any extramarital relationship dependent has had during the party separation and legally condoned by her husband. And then Lindsay hit back with accusations of, quote, of physical and mental cruel treatment, including domestic violence. So this divorce got dirty. But the
Yeah, when she says it got dirty, I think it got dirty because they went back and forth. They went back and forth so much. And when you're with your spouse, you know what I mean? And you say things that you don't always mean. And you guys, you know what I mean? I'm sure it probably was hell for both of them.
couple still lived together throughout this nasty battle. After all, they had the room. Supposedly she was banished to the pool house.
Yeah, supposedly she was banished to the pool house. Well, there's the pool house. Shit, it looks nicer than my damn house. I'm serious. Shit. $2 million. Gosh, man. And then, look, you just walk right out the stinking front door to the pool. How nice would that be? Jeez, man. That'd be the life. Right. Banish me straight to that pool house. Oh shoot, Gracie, $9.99. Here's to your pool house. Thank you, babe. Donating my $9.99. Oh, you know what? Let me hold on. I forgot to say, been dreaming. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. I forgot these came in. I didn't even see these at first. Okay, hold on. Sending some early love and support. Let's light it up tonight. Oh, that's really sweet of you, love. I appreciate that. Tina Jennings, member for 4 months. Thank you, Tina. $5 super sticker. Gracie and Gone Girl, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the Hive as well. We're nasty, horrible people over here, so roaches and everything. And we cuss all the time. It's not the fact that that wasn't what I was upset about. I just want to make that very clear. I say shit all the time, so I'm one of the worst people that cuss like a sailor over here. You wouldn't believe half the shit that gets said over here. So if you take offense to cuss words, this ain't the place for you.
But Robert wanted everything in his petition for divorce. He sought physical custody of their children, the sole use of their $2.57 million home, and he argued that his wife, Lindsay, was not entitled to any alimony whatsoever. I'm assuming she's the one who's been raising the boys. But Lindsay attended Auburn University. She got her marketing degree and
I think she's beautiful. I think he's a cute guy. I think she's beautiful, and I think their children are beautiful, and I think it really sucks to have to go through a divorce and have your whole family in shambles. I just think it's fucked up.
and she's capable of supporting herself. That's what her husband is arguing in the filings. But Lindsay argued for primary custody, alimony, and child support, as well as sole use of the home. So they both wanted this mansion. I don't blame them. It has a pool and everything. Lindsay's attorney wrote, wife feels unsafe in the marital home and has installed locks on the exterior doors and interior doors for protection. But Facebook rumors are saying that after Robert discovered Lindsay's affair, she was booted to their pool house. People are pulling up pictures and they're saying it's not a bad pool house. The lawyer for Lindsay requested a restraining order. Quote, husband has abused the wife in the home in the children's presence on multiple occasions.
Yeah, so it got real it got real nasty between the two of them. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what she wanted to have her cake and eat it too. Yes, you're exactly right. That's yes. Beach Bum 11. Yeah, she looks very different than her heavily filtered pics and videos. Yeah, girl, she does. She doesn't look the same at all. Honestly, like in the mugshot they put out, she actually looks very pale and like almost like she's sick. You know what I mean? And shit, I'd probably be sick to my stomach too. Not so much like, I don't know, just the whole situation, but I mean the video of her and her pool boy made it to her mother and the lawyer, and I don't think I would be highly embarrassed.
Not only physically, but also mentally and emotionally. That's what the filing alleges. When I heard that, I started feeling a little sorry for Lindsay, despite this murderous plot coming up. But then I also heard her lawyer's a bulldog. I don't know. Lindsay was born and raised in Dothan, Alabama. She said her husband hid money and cut her off financially. Lindsay's attorney wrote, the parties have an overall expensive lifestyle in general. Sudden
expensive lifestyle. Shit, they're riding around in private jets. Hell yeah, they got an expensive lifestyle. Shit, yes. I would love to have it. You know what I mean? Well, I guess I don't know, more money, more problems, but I mean, I would like to have who wouldn't want to have an expensive lifestyle? You know what I mean? Like, come on. But yeah, she's I don't think she's going to be able to keep up with that expensive lifestyle.
Husband is not permitting wife to use the jet or have access to funds. Indeed, you see all these photos of her on the jet with her girlfriends. Lindsay also claimed Robert took off with their kids for a weekend and refused to return them until the police got involved. I don't blame him if he was scared for his life. Lindsay was scheduled to be deposed in their divorce on July 18th, shortly before her arrest, but the hearing was pushed back to October 31st, according to court records.
She's got followed the monies. So yeah, pretty much she goes over. Oh, Sharon, he's a control freak. Yeah, see, she kind of, Plunder gives an amazing rundown. Like, she does awesome. You know what I mean? She, like I said, she's very fact-based, and if you want to know anything or you want to keep up with it, please go to her channel and follow like the playlist that she's got, because she puts everything out as she gets it, and she FOIAs things, like she'll FOIA the case and stuff. She'll put out, like I said, she puts out facts. She doesn't just guess and speculation. And I mean, she might throw her opinion in there once in a while, but not like we do, not like I do over here. You guys definitely know my opinions on it.
Let's follow the money and see where this tale is going to end up. Robert played football at Auburn University and briefly even for the Atlanta Falcons in 2009 before he was cut his first year. These days, Robert is Senior Vice President of Senior Life Insurance Company, according to the company's website. And Robert is now private on Instagram, and he's likely thanking God that he's even alive, that he survived this sinister plot to take him off the planet, allegedly by his wife and her boyfriend. So Robert's dad, Alan Shiver, Shiver was CEO of Flowers Foods for 40 years.
Okay, so his dad, his father, was the CEO of the Flowers and Foods, and I think that's why they put the extra cameras up. If I can remember right, when Rowena was up here talking to me, I'm pretty sure they put the. Did she what? Does she put out child autopsy pics? I don't think so. I've never heard of her doing that. I mean, I don't think Plunder's ever done nothing like that. Shit. Not that I'm aware of, unless you know something I don't. Do you know something I don't? I mean, you definitely make some smart-ass remarks, William Eyelash, so let me know if there's something that you know that I don't.
Before stepping down in 2019 from the bakery that's worth more than $5 billion. We know where Robert's money came from. Lindsay may have come from money too. Idyllic Instagram.
Oh, okay, because, yeah, it's hard to read. Like, it's hard to go into... Hold on. Let me go back up to your comment. Oh, no, I was making a joke. Okay, because I thought you were being not very nice. You know what I mean? Like, I thought you were saying that in a not very nice way, but I don't know. As far as like Plunder, not Plunder is very, very, very respected. I think, in my opinion, I respect her. I'm not sure. Yeah, I was gonna say no. Plunder has not or would never. Yeah, so I was gonna say I don't. Is your chat's messed up? Hold on. What? Sorry, baby. Hold on. She said my chat's messed up after I said hello. Sorry if I missed anyone. Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Is it messed up? Yeah. Plunder is a very straight edge. You're right about that. She really is. Is the chat messing up again? Yours is too, Ninny. Damn, we just got it straightened back out after all that bullshit. I wonder what's going on with it. If it's... I get so irritated with this sometimes, you know? Huh. It's okay on your end? Okay. Seems all right. Okay. Well, good. At least it's okay for you guys then. I was wondering. I'm like, man, I hope it ain't messing up again. It took us a while to get it back on track. Chat's good for you guys. Okay. Maybe we just got to refresh. That's all. Or maybe they do. All right. Anyhow, excuse me. I'll put this back on here.
Social media didn't give any hints of trouble in paradise, at least according to Lindsay's Instagram. On March 6, 2020, Lindsay wrote on Instagram, "The key to a perfect marriage is having two imperfect people who refuse to give up on each other." That was a quote from somewhere else. But she wrote, "So thankful for that fitness class 13 years ago that brought us together and all of the love, laughter, and life we have created ever since. I love you, babe. Cheers to many more champagne glasses." And she added her husband, Shiver G, but now he's private over there. Lindsay filled her Instagram account with photos and videos of the good life. Her and her husband, in better times obviously, and their 3 boys loving life, jumping in and out of swimming pools, doing polar plunges, traveling to Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, and other beautiful...
Well, I mean, yeah, what an amazing life to live. You know, I mean... Yes, Shambles. This is the same one we watched the other day. I put on the body cam footage, and everybody was lost. They were like, "What are we what are we watching?" So I came back to this to play a little bit of it to give everybody a rundown, kind of context. You know what I mean? So they could kind of have an idea of what we were talking about and the couple we were talking about. So yeah, this is old. We did play this the other day, and yeah. Their life looks like a picture. Hold on. Their life looks like the pictures that come in a new frame. Yeah, I was saying that. I was like, it looks perfect. Their life looked beautiful on the outside, but it was shambles on the inside. Hell yeah, they were in shambles for sure. Hey, love, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I see there's a lot of negative dad things going on, and I think it's because of the confusion, because the story is so confusing.
Where at?
In the chat.
Oh, in our chat? Oh, okay.
So can I mention how he knew before the cops?
Yeah, go. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. He hired a private investigator, and this was before the cops even got involved and found out about what was going on.
Wait, where
And
did you see that he hired a private investigator? What?
actually on Plunder, on
Oh,
one of her
okay.
other videos.
Okay, so you got it from a legit source. I just wasn't sure. Okay, Stereophonic's mom is the one that's up here with me. They were just okay. Gracie was saying no, and then somebody else said okay, but they weren't sure. They were like, I'm not
And
sure.
he actually went home with the kids.
He did that
when he found out. And she tried to talk him back into coming back down to work things out. And then the cops had found out through going through the phones and said, please don't come back down here because the such and such, we found this on the phone. So please don't come back down here because there is a potential hit on your life. He actually wanted to bring the kids back down to try to work it out with her. And they said, please stay where you are. And
wow. What would you think? Like, you know what I mean? I don't think I would know what to think.
I'd be
Want
a
to work
hot
things out with
mess.
my spouse and then going back down there with my kids and then having the investigators say, no, don't go back down there. They're setting up, there's a plot setting up on you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, I think that would be kind of scary, to be honest. I mean, especially if you're thinking about going down there and working things out only to find out you were about to be offed when you got down there. It's fucking scary.
It would be terrifying because he knew about the boyfriend. He didn't know about the whole plot. And so
so when did the camera system come into play? Was that the PI that found out about that, or was it the dad? Because I thought it was the camera systems.
The camera systems came into play. I'm not really sure when Plunder said, but they had added the cameras because his dad was getting worse, I believe.
Yeah.
And
so they added extra cameras, and they said they caught her and the pool boy all doing things like in and out of the house, and they sent those to the lawyer and to her mother, or I think he said her mother-in-law or mother, one or the other. Maybe it was the mother.
Everybody, basically. The mother, the mother-in-law. And that's why when she first got arrested, her parents, who also are super wealthy, said that they were not going to bail her out of jail and they were not going to buy or rent her a home down there after what they saw on the cameras, but they ended up doing it anyway. And so when the whole pool house thing happened, he had already found out about the affair. That's why she was sent to the pool house. And as soon as he filed his divorce paperwork, that's when she came back with the abuse and this and that and this and that. So her parents did end up renting her a house so she could get out, and she can't leave the house, but I'm sure, there's a beach there and whatever, and then he wouldn't let her use that's his family's house and his family's plane, and he grounded her from using the plane. Now, there's one thing I had a question, and this might seem petty, I don't know why, but she had some kind of bracelet on that when she went to jail, they couldn't get it off of her without using some kind of machinery.
Oh, wow. Never heard of that.
Yeah, and Plunder
They had
only
to leave it on her or what? They should have just was left on her then? I mean, obviously they couldn't get it off of her, so.
Yeah, they left it on her while she was in jail. Or prison or whatever they call it. But yeah, I learned all this from watching Plunder's videos prior. So I'm not saying the dad, I don't know him. So I can't say the dad was, an angel. I can't say she, you know what I mean? But there was a lot of, well, the dad seemed to want, the dad seemed to want it all too, and all that, but he was protecting his children back in Georgia, I believe. I forgot the state already. And he was not allowed to go back. They would not let him go back because they found the phone and they found the whole deal. So that's the story with the dad, because he also had a private investigator, and then the private investigator went to the cops and they worked out everything that was going on. And that's what I came on to say. And I figured out what I did wrong yesterday. I apologize when I was up here.
Oh, that's all right. Thank you. I appreciate you coming up and, well, at least trying to anyways yesterday and then coming up today. This is actually, I was going to play this video real fast because this is when she looks really different here, but this is when she was arrested, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
New images of Lindsay Shiver donning a pair of ripped jeans, flip-flops, and handcuffs. Seen Tuesday stepping off a prison bus and into a Bahamian courthouse more than a week after her arrest. It was her first public sighting since being charged with conspiring to kill her husband. Police say she orchestrated a murder-for-hire plot. The alleged target, Robert Shiver, her husband of 13 years. Lindsay Shiver's attorney tells NBC News the 36-year-old mother of three remains in custody at the Bahamas Department of Corrections, where she has been for almost 2 weeks. Police say she conspired with two men, Farron Newbold and Terrence Bethel, to murder her husband. According to ABC News, authorities say they only discovered the plot after stumbling upon incriminating text messages while investigating a different crime.
Okay, and see, they say that they stumbled on text messages during a different crime.
When murder for hire plots are discovered, they tend to be clumsy, disorganized, and not well planned out.
Since I left the city. On social media, they were the perfect picture of a happy family. The couple met while they were students at Auburn University, where Robert played on the football team. Lindsay Shiver, a former beauty pageant contestant. The couple filed for divorce back in April.
And this defendant cannot run back to the United States because the Bahamas and the U.S. have long had an extradition agreement.
And Lindsay Shiver's attorney tells NBC News that she's due back in court today at 1 p.m. We're expecting to learn more details then, including details of her defense.
See,
Sorry about that. I was trying I thought my mute was I was still muted, but I thought I was unmuted. Anyhow, I was closing that video out so we can put the body cam footage back onto where we originally started with. So okay, now everybody's on the same page, right? Yeah, I was muted. I'm sorry, baby. I thought I was unmuted. I think she might be muted too. I was over here just clicking buttons, talking, I was talking around, clicking buttons, turning stuff off. I thought y'all were with me. Sorry about that, guys.
I thought I messed up again.
No, it was me. It was me. Hold on one sec. Anyhow, we're back on the body cam footage where we started. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. Should I start it from the beginning or just start it from where we're at? We're only 5 minutes in. This is an hour.
I would go from where you are and this.
Okay, because there's quite a few. Okay, well that's fine. We'll just start from where we're at because so this is the body cam footage that, of course, Plunder has, and I know the news sources have it too, but she has all of it. So here we'll start it now. Here.
Is trying to explain, we've had these travel plans. She wants to get on the plane with Robert, and she's saying all of a sudden he doesn't want me to go. He starts wanting to unload her car of these bags. And Lindsay says that Robert is explaining to her what he owns and what she owns, and she doesn't have rights to the car or he has rights to it or whatever. Lindsay does say, I called cops immediately because he's been physical before and I'm just not doing that. She's kind of quiet. She's pretty calm. They're not yelling at each other. So the cop is trying to figure out, so are you just wanting to leave? Like, wait a minute, you guys are separated. You filed for divorce, but you're still living together. Is he supposed to go with you? And Lindsay's like, yes, and the cop is trying to clear up what it is. I don't know what it is that you want us to do.
All right. So I don't know that's what I was asking dispatch, like what y'all can do if there's even, but of course now he's inside acting.
I mean, I don't know what it is that you want us to do. I mean, if y'all have filed for divorce and y'all are going on a vacation, other than telling him he needs to calm down, I don't personally recommend you go on a vacation if there's an issue like that and y'all have filed for divorce. Right. I mean, it's obviously a hostile situation. Right. So is there a way that you can go without him or?
Now, see, if you have a vacation scheduled with your husband that you're getting a divorce from and your children, and you're supposed to leave and you're supposed to be getting on a plane, you guys are packed and ready to go, and you have an argument, I'll be damned if I'm going to say, no, I'm not going. No, we're not going. Or I'll take a different plane or whatever when they're on their own personal jet.
Yeah, can you imagine that ride?
Yeah, and it would cost a lot in gas and fuel and stuff. Or, not gas, but fuel. You know what I'm saying? To get to go to the Bahamas and back.
Exactly.
I mean, the best thing, what we're going to do is tell y'all that y'all need to separate. Right. I mean, has he put his hands on you that, have y'all been physically aggressive today? I mean.
No, just besides him moving me out of the way of my car to get to it.
Okay, what do you mean he moved you out of the way?
Like pushed me out of the way so he could get to my car and start unloading it.
Okay. We're going to need to talk to him then.
The female cop is making sense. She's like, I mean, if you guys are going to file for divorce, but you guys are still going on vacation together, I don't know what we can do as police officers other than tell him to calm down. Lindsay is not really telling the whole story. The cop says, I don't personally recommend you going on vacation together if there's an issue like divorce, especially, if they're already fighting at 7 a.m., one of their little.
Shit, if they're already fighting at 7 a.m., baby, it ain't gonna work out. It ain't gonna work out. That's like me and the glare trying to get along. Baby, it ain't gonna work out.
7 a.m. to the
Because we're gonna
Bahamas,
fight all the fucking
Queen.
way through, baby, like brother and sister. I swear, man. Yeah, I can't. At 7 o'clock they were already starting. Could you imagine what the kids probably think? It's too damn early to start fighting at 7 o'clock. Holy shit. That is
Yeah.
too early. See, some people are just now like, I mean, like I get up at 5:30, but still there ain't no way I'd be fighting at no 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and it
Boys
shows
is
like a disregard of the kids. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
there. I'm going to redact a lot of the personal information in his face and the license plates and everything. So is there a way that you can go without him? The cop is trying to ask Lindsay, you know, has he put his hands on you? The cops are saying the best thing that what we're going to do is just tell them, look, you guys need to separate. Now, if he put his hands on you or if he's been physically aggressive today, that's another story. That's when Lindsay claims that Robert pushed her out of the way so he could get to her car and start unloading the bags, unloading suitcases. You'll see later, it looks like Robert's going to leave Lindsay's suitcase in her Black Widow, as she apparently allegedly called her black Cadillac Escalade, but Robert is going to deny that he pushed her.
Well, until he comes out here and decides to show out. So I don't know what's going to happen with that.
You familiar with her?
Nope.
Familiar with her? Somebody was almost out sleeping in my house. Like a week.
This house?
Yeah.
Before they realized it?
Yeah.
What in the hell? Why are you filed for divorce and going to go on vacation together? And that's not something that we can work out for you. I mean, 'cause
I pulled my glasses up to read that. Did he say something about a homeless guy sleeping in their house?
Well, somebody in chat said that. I didn't hear what they said because my little one just walked in here and I was trying to stay muted and she just was on and on and on. So I was like, okay, hold on. hold on now. Hold on.
Sharon said yes, it was on the screen. Okay. I'm gonna have to take my glasses off. Read this.
No, that's fine. I have I got some that are going off back here, so I'm sorry. I had to stop for a second. I had no choice. Sorry, y'all. Usually B Tim's up here to chat. I didn't even tell him I was going live. I just turned this on, went live. I messaged him and let him know. But I mean, it was like I didn't give him no warning or nothing. So he's probably busy or just getting off or who knows, you know. But I appreciate you coming up and chit chatting. I'm sorry to have to leave you for a second. But usually when I mute, it's because one of my kiddos are here coming in, you know what I mean? Talking
And
in
my
behind,
husband.
interrupting.
My husband just brought me dinner, so I missed that.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Have dinner. I want you to eat it while it's hot for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna listen. Can I stay up here and just listen?
Yeah.
Or
No, that's
okay.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and just play this again because I didn't hear. Did you say they said something about a homeless man in this? I just put it on rewind for a second.
Yeah. A homeless man living next to them, near them, or there?
why are you filed for divorce and going to go on vacation together? And that's not something that we can work out for you. I mean, because we're going to tell you to separate.
well, one of the cops is saying, should I just leave? And the female cop is saying, look, maybe you better stay. If he's coming out here, she doesn't know how Robert's going to act. She says, if Robert's coming out here and he's going to start, showing out, well, I need all the backup I can get. So the cops start bantering amongst themselves and they're asking, are you familiar with this house? No, but someone says, yes, I'm familiar with her, one of the cops. And he's going to explain they were there for another call. There was a homeless person who was actually somewhere staying in this house for nearly a week without the Shivers realizing it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is, I know, but you think you're above the law. Okay, so is that Lindsay or is that Robert talking to Lindsay?
It sounded like Lindsay talking to him after she asked something about the bags.
Okay, I just put it on rewind for a second because, again, my little one was back out here. She's out here trying to have a whole conversation, and I'm like, hold on 1 second. So I paused it to listen to what she's saying first.
I guess that Lindsay called the police.
So for the last 3 weeks, maybe longer, she's had her couples trip planned with her boyfriend to go to Key West.
Okay, but she just said you're going.
He said for the last couple of weeks, she's had her trip planned to go with her boyfriend to Key West. Oh, shit. Are we getting memberships? Hold on. I can't even see, babe. Hold on. Let me get the chat on. Oh, Gone Girl, thank you so much. You gifted 10 memberships, love. Thank you. I seen somebody said the chat's turning green. So I was like, oh my gosh, hold on. Okie Crime News gifted a membership. Thank you, love. That's very nice of you guys. I'm hoping I didn't miss anybody. Sorry if I miss you guys. I apologize.
Yeah, you don't see them up here. That's odd.
No, you can't. No, you can't see them up here. It's only on YouTube. So if you're not watching, like if you don't have your phone or your laptop or something else on to watch, you can't see it unless somebody says something to you about it.
Yeah, I put my glasses back on, so we're ready.
Okay, here we go. So I want to know what boyfriend he's talking about. If it's the boyfriend from, the one that she's been with, or you know what I mean? I wonder what boyfriend they're talking about. He's like, she has a trip planned with her boyfriend to Key West. So it makes me wonder if if he's already saying that, did he hire a private investigator a week before they left for the Bahamas?
I believe this is the Bahamas boyfriend that she was meeting in Key West.
Well, that's what she's talking about. So he's talking about him then.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
That was Key West. I'm taking my kids, my 3 boys, to the Bahamas this week. Our kids. Yesterday, she sent a message saying that she's going to change her plans and now get on the airplane between the kids to go to the Bahamas. But I am too, by the way. She's going to go to her boyfriend elsewhere, and me and the kids are going to her house. And I told her about supporting that, and you're not getting on the airplane. That can mess with the kids' heads, and it's just something we're not going to do. Well, I'm 50% of the airplane. She, on paper, owns 25 of that. And majority owner, or the other 50% owner, and myself are both in agreement to not have her on the airplane. So 75% says we don't want you on the plane.
So they're trying to go on vacation. Robert's explaining, look, we've planned this vacation. What's going on this morning? She switches up the plans. So Robert comes out and he's telling the cops that Lindsay had planned a couples trip with her boyfriend to Key West for the last 3 weeks, but she changed her plans last minute and wanted to get on the airplane with him and the kids to the Bahamas, then go elsewhere with her boyfriend. Now I could see that's like,
well, yeah, I'm sure he's probably a little salty. I mean, he's probably a little upset.
Mm-hmm. First stop.
I honestly, to have her go down there with you and the kids, and then you and the kids are in the hotel room and she goes and leaves with her boyfriend or whatever. You know what I mean?
if he can go to the Bahamas, leaves the Bahamas, because that's where she changed her plan to go there first.
Right. Hey, Grain, what's up?
Hey.
How are
So
you?
wait. Hi. So this one was just hitching a ride to go with her boyfriend
Oh, that's what it sounds.
on his airplane.
That's what it
This is
sounds like.
shit.
They have a personal jet or personal plane or whatever, and it sounds like him. Him and the boys wanted to go to. He wanted to take the boys to the Bahamas, and she had this trip planned, I guess, and either it got canceled or she canceled or whatever. But she wanted to go down there with him.
Let's say this right. So he's making a trip to the Bahamas. She says, "Oh no, I'm not going. I'm doing this with my boyfriend." And then the night before, she decides, "Oh no, I'm getting on the airplane with you and the boys, and you're going to fly my ass to the Bahamas where I can be with my boyfriend there." That's the kind of behavior that's going to get somebody killed. I'm just saying. That is the kind of stuff you don't behave this way, especially in a divorce, okay? Whether they know you have a boyfriend, don't know you have a boyfriend, you don't just be like, "Oh, right under you and the kid's nose, mommy's just going to go get a little over here while you guys just do what you do. Have fun playing golf." What?
And
What
then
is
my
wrong with
boyfriend and
people?
I are going to leave for the Bahamas while everybody wonders what happens to you, because
Where's
the
mommy?
third
Where's
person
mommy?
is the one who's
Can you hear
going
the
to
kids?
take care of you.
Yeah, can't you just hear the kids asking, "Where's mommy? Where's
Yep.
mommy?"
And what happened to Daddy?
Gross. Well, no, Daddy's still there with the kids, but mommy's out having herself a good old time on his dime.
Because this was all meant to go down in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
In his dad's house.
Yeah,
So then
that
she
was
was
the
going
change
to
of
take off for
plans.
Key West. Yep.
Yeah, that was the change of plans. Yep. I want to know what the other crime was, though, that they went through the cell phones and have discovered all of this information. Don't
I
you?
think it was a theft.
Yeah.
That the third person, the person that was supposed to do it, got caught stealing. And they were going through his phone, and people think that WhatsApp is fail-safe. No one can hack into it when it's one of the least secure programs. And they found these messages during WhatsApp when they were looking through his phone, and that's how they got busted in the Bahamas. But his PI already knew.
Yeah. My divorce, we actually lived in the same house, and it took us a long time to get divorced for personal reasons, but it was 2 years. That, I won't say it was hell, or else I wouldn't have done
Well, I
it,
mean,
but
if
it was
it's that
horrible.
bad, why do that to yourself, your kids, or your significant other? You know what I'm saying?
And
If
you
it's
certainly
that bad.
don't just outright be like, "Oh, I have a boyfriend on the side," which he already knew, I guess. I'm assuming he already knew this from his PI, right?
Yes, he did know. He did know.
But for her
Excuse
just to
me.
be so blatantly about it while living in the same house and around the kids, and I guess now it's an open relationship. I don't get that. I would never.
And people are saying because it's Georgia, it's one of those 50-50 states. So without him, she wouldn't have to worry about that because she would get everything. And the plane, like I said, the house in the Bahamas and the plane were his and his family's, and they come from tons of money, and her family is very well off. And however, infidelity negates the 50-50.
Yeah. But this is where that turmoil and the fighting is dangerous. Like, it seems to me they clearly could have lived separate. One of them could have moved out of the house until everything was worked out in court, right? Financially, it seems they were stable enough to do so.
Yes, definitely. Until
So it was just to be a thorn in the other side. No one was giving. No one was giving. You know what I mean?
right. And him letting her stay in the pool house. I mean, yeah, it's a pool house, but I've been in some pool houses bigger than my house. It wasn't like he was purposely, and he supervised visits with the kids, What else does she expect after what she's been doing? She had to kind of have an inkling, like I might be in trouble. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, hold on, because Gator for Life says Georgia is not a 50-50 state. So there's that.
Plunder went over that, so I wasn't sure.
Okay. All right, I'll finish. I'll play this for a few more minutes. We'll see what she says here.
A knife in the gut to Robert. He found out about this affair in February. So we've got February, March, April, May, June, July. So this is 6 months later. Lindsay must have been flying back and forth or somehow seeing her boyfriend all these months. But Robert is telling her this morning, you are not getting on the airplane. You could see it coming to a head. Robert said this would mess with the kids' heads. He doesn't want Lindsay getting on the airplane and then all flying to the Bahamas and then her flying off with her boyfriend to Key West or taking a boat. He owns 50% ownership of the plane and someone else owns another percentage. Lindsay only owns 25%. So the majority owners, 75%, him and someone else, don't want her on the plane. But Lindsay tells him that doesn't mean you get aggressive and push me out of the way.
That doesn't mean you get aggressive, push me out of the way, start unloading my car.
Push you out of the way.
Yes, at the back of the car.
Okay. Lindsay, I did not push you or anything.
He doesn't want me to go.
I raised the back to grab my kids' suitcases.
With a locked car.
So we could leave. That's all it is.
And then Robert says, push you out of the way. He's claiming he did not push Lindsay. The cops are left with this he said, she said situation. They will reference that a lot. They're like, look, like I told you both, again, you guys are filed for divorce. In situations like these, the best thing we can do is recommend you separate. Just separate from each other. You don't need to be going on vacation together if you file for divorce, and it's obviously a volatile situation.
Okay. I'm going to tell you both, like I told you a minute ago, y'all are filed for divorce, okay? In situations like this, the best thing that we always recommend is y'all separate. Don't just separate from each other. You don't need to be going on vacation together if you file for divorce and it's obviously a volatile situation.
That's right.
That, I mean, I don't know how else to put it other than that, okay?
Now, of course, we see Robert's side. How hurtful would it be to watch your wife going back and forth to her boyfriend? But at this point, you can tell Lindsay is at that point where it's like that song, when a woman's fed up, there's nothing you can do about it. And Robert said, that's my whole point. We don't need to be going on vacation together. He's like, look, Lindsay, it's too late for you to get on this plane, and you don't need to be confusing the boys getting on the plane. And she's like, it's just an hour plane ride. But they're saying, look, I don't know how else I have to put it. As far as the laws in the state of Georgia, they advise that if you put your hands on each other, that's an act of simple assault, and you can be arrested for family violence.
As far as the pushing and shoving, say Georgia advises that you put your hands on each other, that is an act of simple assault, and you can be arrested on that for family violence. Okay. You're saying you did, he's saying you didn't. So I can't sit here. It's a he said, she said situation. We run into it all the time. So what's gonna
all the people that I know, if I'm an aggressive or abusive person,
You want me to show him the photos?
Okay, so here's what's going to happen today.
Robert is hitting back at these accusations. At this point, Lindsay has already put the accusations of violence in her divorce papers. She's going to bring it up again here several times. Robert says, you can ask all my friends and people he knows. He's claiming he's not violent, and people do back him up.
Yeah, so it got messy, messy, messy.
Yeah. Those poor kids.
You know what? That's right, because they are going to be the ones that suffer the most.
And From what I see so far, what a crappy mama. I'm just saying. Let me hitch a flight with you and my children. They think we're all going on vacation together, and then I'm just going to magically disappear and expect you to lie to them.
Exactly, Grant.
And where were the kids going to be when she had her plan acted out?
Not really
That's
sure.
the
I don't know
thing.
if they were supposed to
Right?
be, you know, with them or what. That's a good question, to be honest.
Out to dinner in the family compound? I mean, who knows? I mean, this was something else. And to see them fighting like this, well, he wasn't really fighting like this. He was, calmly talking to her, and all of a sudden, oh, he's pushing me, he's smacking me, whatever. Just
And the reason I don't believe
bad.
that
I don't either.
is she wouldn't be willingly getting on a plane with him and going to the Bahamas and then just willingly leaving and going back and forth like Plunger just said. Would the boyfriends come home after she had her little fun or gone for days and the children are there? How does that make him feel?
Right. And
the kids. She didn't care.
No, she didn't care about the kids, really. I mean, in her own way, I can't speak for her.
I mean, we all do
But
different things. We fight different ways, but I don't see myself, if I'm being abused by somebody, that I'm willingly just going to get on a plane and then say, oh, I'm going to see my boyfriend. I'll be back later. It's just not something I'd do.
Right. And there's one thing Plunder does, where she shows, okay, this guy's a bartender, right? Her boyfriend. And he has this brand new mansion.
Oh.
It's beautiful. So I find that interesting too. So, where was this money coming from? Where I guess we can see, right?
I don't want to make any accusations, but maybe she was setting up over there for after it happened. Or maybe he, I don't want to accuse anyone of anything, but sells something other than beer. I thought he was the pool boy.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Is
the
that
pool
right?
boy. Yeah, the pool boy. I'm sorry. I think never mind. I don't want to confuse if he pool boy or was a pool boy or.
Well, he could be a pool boy by day and bartender by night.
Sure. I'll just be quiet on that now, but the house is like amazing.
Yeah, it sounds like she was setting up to live down there with her boyfriend and children after she took care of what she needed to take care of. I wonder if her parents, because they seem to think that she came from money too, I wonder if her parents were also like financially giving her money before all of this.
I think they were, and until the tapes came out, they said, we will buy you a house. We will buy you a house down there so that you can get out on bail. Or if we can't find anything to buy, we will rent you a house and then the tapes came out, and they were like, "We're done with you. You can sit in Bahama in jail." And then the next thing you know, they had rented her a house, and she's out. So some kind of understanding has come to with her family, because they both come from a lot of money. His family more so, I think, than hers.
Yeah. That's what should have happened at the get-go.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Hey, 3 Dot, what's up?
Hey, QB. How you doing?
Oh, good. How are you?
Long time no talk. How's life treating you?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm good. I got my membership today.
Good deal. Good deal.
Shout out Gone Girl with the 10 membos.
Heck yeah. Go ahead, Gone Girl. That's awesome of you.
And Tar Heel just gave one for Gator for Girl for Life.
Oh, cool.
Nice to be loved. Support the channel.
For sure, for sure. You know about this case? Like, have you been following it?
Nah, I haven't really been following anything case-wise, you know.
Right.
I've kind of been cruising, and I like goofing around more than I like doing that kind of stuff.
Right, being serious.
Being serious. Serious is so serious.
Yeah, it can be for sure.
Yeah, like if you want to talk about something, you got to like look at it, and you like have to like go to bed thinking about it, dream about it. It's like freaking why do you want to put yourself through that torture, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I like the more humorous cases, you know. That's more my bag.
I was trying to make this case humorous at first, saying what was she thinking and stuff, but then you think about the kids and it just ain't funny.
Exactly.
Right.
So I was curious, being that I'm out of the loop for so long, is there still like court stuff going on with you, Queen Bee?
Yeah, I don't talk about it up here, so.
So I got to like go over and then, you know, start bugging Bullhorn and make her drop it.
Yep.
Yeah, would that be good?
That's your choice. I don't know. That's your choice. Like I said, I don't talk about it over here. So if that's what you want to talk about, you got to go.
You can't make that boy
I'm
do
just saying,
anything
like,
anyway.
you know, I do have influence.
I'm just saying, I don't want nothing to do with none of that, and I don't talk about it up here. So
Right on. Well, I was just curious about how that's going. You know, it's like you know, I'm not about the tits and tats and the back and forths. I'm more like you know, happy-go-lucky, if you know me.
Yeah,
you know?
I am too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about, you know, everyone enjoying themselves. That's, if it isn't that, then what else is there, you know?
That's
Some
right.
people can't stand when other people are enjoying themselves, though. They just can't stand it.
Yeah, I've ran into a couple people like that.
Glenda says, drop him. He's a pest. Do I sound like a pest? I feel like I'm bringing optimism.
It's just quiet. Do I sound like a pest? Nobody says anything. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
read
man.
that.
No, don't all right me and like kick me up. I'm here to chill. You guys.
Did I say I was gonna kick you? No, I just.
No,
said,
I
right,
felt that vibe was coming. I just want to like you know, be a part of good times.
I'm just that's fine. I'm just gonna turn this back on and finish playing it. That's what I was doing before, and you're not gonna come up and interrupt. So you can stay up here if you want to.
It's all good. But I just gotta say, Anna Renee says, Dave, if you gotta ask.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna go ahead and play this.
Hold on, Tar Heel just gave you a membership.
Oh, thank you, Tar Heels.
And Icebox88 got it.
Cool. That's awesome.
All right, I'm chilling and I'm listening.
All right, sounds good.
I mean, can't take a side here because I don't know. Just like the cops, you have the man saying I'm not violent. You have Lindsay saying he is. She literally says, "Do you want me to show them the photos?" That part got me. And I do remember I see a photo where she does have bruises on her, but that doesn't mean Robert put them there. Okay, you're saying he did. He's saying he didn't. You know, the cop is saying I can't sit here. It's a he said, she said situation.
I'm going to generate a report that we were out here and that we made contact with the both of you. I'm going to generate a report that states you said he physically moved you away from the vehicle by pushing you away from the vehicle. You say, I didn't do that. I opened the back hatch of the vehicle, got suitcases out.
Suitcase, and she stepped in front saying you're not grabbing him and moved me out of the way.
Exactly. And we're not going to go back and forth. That's how we're going to do that. I mean, I can't tell her she can't go on vacation with you. Okay. It's marital property. That's that.
Pilot already said.
Okay. That's all going to be civil issues. I can't stop her. I can't say you can't go wherever the heck it is you want to go. I can't tell you can tell. That has nothing to do with what we're doing here. We're here because of acts of violence to calm the situation. That's what we're here to do. Okay. I can't control y'all going on vacation. I don't recommend going on vacation together, but that's just my personal.
An hour on an airplane.
So what we're going to do is just generate a report that we were out here and we made contact with both of you. That's kind of like the best the cops can do at this point without proof. Part of me, you know, at first I thought, oh my goodness, Lindsay is being so selfish. She just wants to hop on this plane with Robert because it's convenient, fly down there to the Bahamas and then go with Terrence, I guess. They were planning to boat up to Key West or something. Yeah, that's pretty hurtful. The cop is saying, I'm going to generate a report that says you said he physically moved you away from the vehicle by pushing you away from the vehicle. Robert's going, I didn't do that. Lindsay is claiming, yeah, she was trying to open the back hatch of the vehicle, get out the suitcases or something like that. But they're like, look, we're not going to do this.
Okay. Do you have any identification? Okay, can I get that, please? Do you have your ID on you? I do. Mr. Shiver, what's your phone number?
Since I own this vehicle and it's solely in my name.
It's marital property right now. She still has access to it.
Okay, I understand she has access to it, but can I not get my kids' suitcases out of the back?
Yes.
You can get your children's property out of it.
So we can get the kid stuff out of my car.
It's marital property. And I don't have any paperwork saying that he's not allowed access to the children's property.
He's just not able to move me out of the way to get it. Right.
Robert at one point is allowed to go in her Cadillac Escalade and take out, I guess, the boys' suitcases, put them in his truck so he can just go take all the boys without her to the Bahamas. And you can see how her plan probably ratcheted up after this day. This was probably the linchpin. And he's saying, look, I'm going to tell her she can't go on vacation with me.
Again, he said, she said.
I'm still going, Robert, so you can take.
Pilot already said, Lindsay, that it's too late.
So he's fucking pissed. He said, no, it's too late. I already told you it's too late to put you on. And she said that the other guy, so he owns 50%, she owns 25%. So whoever owns the other 25% doesn't want her on there. I'm guessing probably his dad.
Could you turn up the volume on that? My cell phone mic the volume is like super low. I don't know if it's me or.
I got it like halfway down. So yeah, I just turned it up. I'm sorry about that.
And he said the pilot already said it's too late to get you on.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that's he has to pick up the other owner after he drops us, so we can't be late.
3, 4.
Here's your ID back. About what time this morning did all this start?
7 a.m.
So you're supposed to be going to the.
She was supposed to be going to Key West and cancel.
Well aware. I texted the pilot. Everybody knew it.
Okay.
He's just being extremely difficult. Which that's nothing for the new.
Okay, so are you leaving now?
I have to go get my kids.
Okay.
And they're going back and forth about, can I go in here?
This is really, really messy, man. I don't know.
She doesn't like to not get her way, does she?
No. What woman really, you know what I mean, though? Like, a lot of women like to get their way. Shit, most women like to get their way. But I mean,
But when you're being the total prick, I mean, you gotta be like, okay, yeah, I
Right.
said you're wrong, boo.
I mean,
I think you're right. I think that women nowadays, when they get a voice, they want to voice themselves. Now, you think about like our history, in human life, humanoids, women have got the shit end of the stick for millions of years. And just like in the last, 60 years, they can vote, they can like do shit. It's like freaking dude, the moment that you get that moment, that jump rope moment, you do it. If you can freaking make it happen.
She's complaining about not being able to be allowed on the personal plane. I think.
I'm just talking about women in general. When you find your voice, and you feel like you're like someone's hearing you, it's I think it's special.
Right. Nicole said not all women do what this one is doing.
Right.
Wing Zero said, "Who
Sticky
is that?
says, "You tell him, Dave. Pussy power."
Wing Zero said, "Who is that? Who is that? Is that Mr. 3 Dot?" I said, "It's Mr. 1 Dot. He's the 1 Dot over here."
Can I go in there? And the cops are trying to explain,
I think over
look,
here I
it's
should
all
be like
marital
at least
property.
10.
All of that is like civil issues. Like we are here.
Hold on. Did you say you think you're a 10 Dot Dave over here?
I'm a pure 10.
We got you pumped.
On QB, I am a pure 10.
We got you pumped like that. You can take your 10
Pumped. I think that's
here.
that's high regard, Love me, love me, love me.
You gotta start supporting the hive, okay? You gotta start coming.
See, that's what I'm doing right now. Come on.
Right now.
Right now.
I mean, like all the time. You gotta love us. All the time.
Day in and day out.
You can't just love us like right now.
Plant the
You gotta love
flag.
us, like, all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'll be on the moment that Bullhorn has an open mic, like she opens up the phone lines, Dave's gonna come in and say, "Drop the case."
You're gonna be like, "Fuck that! I dropped the hive. I'm going over here." That's what it's gonna be.
Basically, the cops are there for any type of criminal issues. But as far as civil stuff, as far as who can go in what car, or I guess who can get on what plane, who owns what, that stuff they can't figure out like right then and there that day. They're saying that has nothing to do with anything we're here for. What we're here for is because of acts of violence, and that's the situation. And so the only way to de-escalate is to separate. So now we see why Robert took those boys off to the Bahamas. At one point, Lindsay is going to say, "I'm going anyway. I'm still going." But apparently she didn't get on the plane with him at this point, but I think somehow she must have still made it down to the Bahamas. The cops are saying, "Look, I cannot control you guys going on vacation together. I don't recommend you going on vacation together, but that's just my personal opinion." And that's when cops ask both of the Shivers for their identifications. And that is when Lindsay quips, "It's just an hour on a plane ride." It's like she's gone to an extent, like her mind is like, "Whatever, Robert, but I'm going to redact their phone numbers here." They're talking about the vehicles sold in whose ever name, but they're saying, "Look, it's marital property right now." And that's when Lindsay is like, "I'm still going, Robert. So I see what that firecracker in her that her friends called her is all about." And Robert's like, "It's too late to put your names on customs." And they're trying to explain she still has access to certain things. It's marital property. I don't have paperwork saying that he's not allowed access to the children's.
Okay, so they're on a level of like extra petty right now, where she's being petty to him, he's being petty to her, That's what it seems like. Talking about cars, like the marital stuff, like they know damn well they're gonna have to go through court for all that. It doesn't matter, like it just seems like they're being petty to each other, like going back and forth and doing petty shit.
So he can go into
so you can take the kids on vacation, but you can't touch their bags. You know what I mean? Like you can't touch their property, so you can't touch their bags. But you know what I'm saying? I guess I don't know. I just feel like they're both being extra fucking petty with each other right now.
And she wasn't very happy when he asked the cops, "Hey, can I get my kids' bags out of our car?" "Yes." "What do you mean he can take the kids' bags out of my car?" Hello, marital property. He could piss in the back of that if he wanted to.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like
I do agree about personal property because if you watch police videos, the ones that really know their law, right? You can't when they say like get out of the car and or roll down your window, you really don't have to do that, legally. You're basically in your house when you're in your car, legally.
Well,
I'm just gonna roll the window down.
yeah, I was gonna say there's I feel like there's definitely a level of respect to, if you.
What?
And he also knows what's going on at this point.
Hold on, I'm sorry, I cut off. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
He also knows what's going on at this point.
Does the husband know? I'm sorry, I can't hear you for some reason. Did you say the husband knows what's going on?
He doesn't know about the hitman, but he knows about the boyfriend at this point.
Yeah, he said that about the boyfriend. Yeah.
Right. So it's not like
see your boyfriend. But I mean, like he could just be saying, okay, well, she's gonna go hang out with her boyfriend, and he could just be, shit talking her, I guess, or throwing it out there saying she's got one and she could deny it, and say
she sure didn't.
Yeah. I get you, right.
Okay, Mom, I'm not speaking on that in here right now. I'm in litigation with that person, so
sorry about that.
No, I said okay, Mom. I said I'm in litigation with that person, so please don't, talk about that in chat, please.
Yeah, we'll fix that.
Property. So yeah, Robert can go in there and get the bags he needs to take the boys to the Bahamas.
All right, there's two that are other places.
Okay. All right. Like I said, my only recommendation for you is that y'all just separate.
Well, it's always just going to be a he said, she said.
I mean, you get video footage, you have surveillance cameras, you have something that I can look at and say, yes, he put his hands on you. I mean, we have an independent witness that's non-biased. I mean, other statements. But right now I have you and him, and, he's saying one thing, you're saying another. I mean, if it's this type of situation, y'all just need to separate. I mean, just don't be around each other. If it's going to be like this.
So how do we do that with 3 kids?
All right, what do you got, your cops?
So now I'm able to get my kids' stuff back out of the vehicle.
Okay, why are we doing this though? Why do you need to do that?
Well, because he's taking my kids.
So we're going to go back so we're going to stand here while y'all go back and forth moving suitcases back and forth between cars.
So that's what's just happened.
If that's what you feel like you need to do, then by all means do it. But you understand it's making the situation worse, and you're doing it in front of the children now. I don't.
Our plans have been the same for weeks.
But this date is so crucial now that I'm thinking of the timeline. All this melee started July 16th, 7 a.m. And when you think about it, just 4 days later, just imagine how angry Lindsay had to be to see Robert, taking their 3 boys off to the Bahamas without her. She wanted her cake and to eat it too. I actually can see both sides, because if this domestic issue has any validity to it, not that it'll get her off of a supposed murder plot, but stranger things have happened.
So wait, just 4 days after this, she was plotting to take his life.
Yes.
Over this.
You said she is that in the wrong. Is that the girl talking or the one that was like getting in the vehicle?
His wife.
Who is the girl talking?
What do you mean on the video? There's a police officer talking to her. She said, "You're doing it in front of the children, and you're making it worse."
Right.
That's a police officer.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's the police officer was talking to Lindsay and letting her know that
that she's causing more drama by doing what?
She's making it worse. She's there. He's letting her know you're making it way worse. Slow down. You're making stuff really worse. You're, way worse than what it needs to be. That's pretty much what the officer's saying to her.
And why were the police there in the first place?
They called him out there.
Who did?
Having a fight at 7 a.m. Those two.
The wife did.
Yeah. The wife called him. Okay, I thought he did. Either way, they were called out there by the wife. He said.
Yes.
So they were having a fight. The wife called him out there. 7 o'clock in the morning is way too motherfucking early to be fighting. Shit, that's way too early. Somebody said, okay, is that a photo of OJ?
I don't know, but is that a salad?
Look at Plunder. Plunder's got jokes.
Oh, it's a tree behind him.
I wondered what that was, Grace.
So they're trying to figure out, look, you were supposed to be going to Key West. And Robert's saying, look, I texted the pilot. And Lindsay's saying, okay, so you're just leaving now? And she says, he's just being extremely difficult, which is nothing freaking new. Lindsay reminds me of a woman who is fed up. Like, I've been through a divorce before, my first marriage. And when you are fed up and done, you're done. They start arguing over, go get the kids. And the cops are still saying, just separate. Lindsay is asking, so is it always going to be a she said situation? Almost like, I don't know, she's like reaching out for help, but in a quiet way. And the cop does tell her, look, if you have video footage, if you have surveillance cameras, if you have something that I can look at and I can see, yes, he put his hands on you, or an independent witness that's not biased, or some other statements. But the cop is saying, right now, all I have is you and him just going back and forth. So I wonder at that point why Lindsay couldn't have gone. Now, they might not have had cameras pointing to that part of the garage, but at that point, if she's claiming Robert had just pushed her, I wish she could have gone to a Ring camera and just like scrolled back and said, look, there it is. Or if she has these photos, if she would have gone out and gotten the photos. Now, I have seen photos of Lindsay with injuries. One of them may have been a tennis injury, may have been an injury from tennis, according to Lindsay's post. And I've seen others where I just had noticed a bruise somewhere on her. But again, that's not proof. I don't know if she reached out to any other person, like her parents or her girlfriends, before all this Lee, and told them. So she's like, it's going to be like this. How do we do this with 3 kids? Basically, they're trying to work out how to co-parent, not as a married couple, but as a separated and ultimately divorced couple. So she's saying, Lindsay, at that point, she was going to try and get her kids' stuff back out of Robert's truck. And the cop is saying, look, why do we need?
So while they were sitting there, while they were talking to the cops, they loaded pretty much, he took everything out of her car and loaded it into his car.
Mm-hmm. And then
Yes,
she
so he
said,
could
so
go to the
now I can
airport.
get my kids' bags back out?
Right. Like, really? If I was the cop, I'd have said the same thing. Really? You guys are really going to go back and forth and now, and now.
I see it a little differently than Plunder. I don't see a person who's fed up. I see a spoiled brat who's used to getting her way and not being told no and just trying to cause more drama. But we don't know all the facts.
They're probably both that way. We got to think they come from money, like I don't know nothing about that lifestyle.
He's the one to me who seems like he's just done. I'm just saying.
Right. I was going to say, shit, they both seem like they're pretty fed up if you ask me.
But you guys said that she called them and she's being recorded by the cops and being negotiated with.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're watching it right with us.
Yeah, I actually, when you stopped it, I was just really getting into it. I wanted to hear the next 10 words.
All right, again, here I'll finish playing. I just got to stop and talk periodically. You know what I mean? But here I'll finish it here.
Yeah, I got you.
To do this. We're not going to go back and forth, basically, watching you two move suitcases back and forth between vehicles. They're saying, look, if that's what you feel you need to do, then by all means, but understand it is making the situation worse. And it's true because it does get petty. At one point, Robert goes in and gets their youngest son. He's so pretty. His hair is so long. I feel like Lindsay probably let it grow long because she really wanted a girl. That might have been one of her other disappointments in life, having 3 boys instead of having a girl. But the cop is saying, look, you're doing all this in front of the children. And then they argue who's going to pick up Grayson, another one of their sons.
I have to go pick up our other 2 kids.
I just told her I was going to do that.
Len just called me so we can get.
Okay. Well, I'll go get Grayson.
I can pick him up.
I just said I'm going to get Grayson.
You heard me say the pilot said it's too late to
And
ask.
I'm going to get Grayson.
And where does he go? Because I need to get him something to do with it.
We're just not.
I'm trying to take all 3 boys, which is what I had planned. I'm asking her to take because I need to pick them up. And I can just leave straight from
Okay,
here.
I'll bring him to you, Robert.
Where is he right now?
Okay, so now she wants to go get their son, and he wants to go get their son. So they both want to go get their son, the same son.
Yeah, he wants to go get the son because they're supposed to be boarding a plane. And she
Right.
wants to go get the son because she's not allowed to board the plane and she wants to screw up their plans.
Right.
And Shambles says there was proof on her Instagram that she wanted a girl, FYI.
Yes, I found that very interesting. That was on Plunders too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but you know what though? Look, I'm with Curious, judgmental on the kids' hair. Some kids, you know, they want long hair. And boys, they like long hair. I mean, there's some of them that just like long hair. I don't think it really has to do with her wanting a girl, making them grow it out because she wanted a girl necessarily. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't either. I mean, my sons are native and their hair's down. I'm jealous.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they probably have gorgeous hair.
Yeah. So, but there was a thing on Plunder where she got really upset when they did a gender reveal and it was a boy. But I don't think that has anything to do with their hair.
I'm just curious. I'm not familiar with Plunder as a creator. Is this the video we're watching at the moment?
Yes.
Is this Plunder? The girl that's talking?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is Plunder's video footage. She did the FOIA. You know what I mean? So Plunder.
And this is this is the cop cams that she's showing.
Right. Yep. See how it says her name right here? It says Plunder right here in the corner. She's got it watermarked with her name over it because it's her footage. Oh, sorry. Oops.
So you're free to go.
I'm doing what I have to do.
He needs to go get Grayson first. I'll say that.
Okay, wait right here. I got to get you both case numbers. Okay.
And Robert is like, look, I'm just trying to take all three boys with me. So he's trying to ask Lindsay, whose house is Grayson at? And Lindsay is saying she could pick him up. I said I can pick him up. And then Robert is like, no, I can just pick him up on the way out. So Robert is ready to just go and get on that plane, grab his three boys and just grieve. You know, this man, I can't imagine what he's gone through. But Lindsay is asking Robert, or kind of asking the air, asking the cops, so you're free to go. So she's saying it just like, you're free to go. Maybe she expected the cops to arrest Robert right then. And I don't know why she didn't go show them any proof. If she's going to, you know, allege something so serious, and maybe she is telling the truth, you know, we have to believe people. I don't know. I wish she would have shown them proof. And then she's like, what are you doing now? Oh, because you don't have a car seat, right? She's telling the cops, Robert was going to drive off with our child, not in a car seat. So that was kind of a dig where she's like, you didn't even realize you needed another car seat. But she goes into the car to Robert's truck. She speaks to her son and says, did you brush your teeth this morning? And then the cops are like, oh, there's so many gnats, the cop says, waving his hands away. So then they hand both the Shivers those brochures. Lindsay takes hers and she's very thankful. Robert takes his. He's kind of like, you know, but the cop who remembered Lindsay from that other incident about the homeless person, I guess, staying in their home, Paul Murphy, he remembers Lindsay from the previous case. He's trying to ask her at one point, do you remember me? And she was like, looking, and then she goes off and starts arguing again. But when they leave, the cops warning each other, watch yourself so you don't get run over. So it was a volatile incident. But those aren't the only incidents that happened at that house within recent years. But that was the most volatile one.
Huh.
So there's the homeless person that was brought up right there.
Was it a homeless person, or did she have her boyfriend there and someone else called and she just said it was some homeless guy?
I was just
Where's the homeless
Because
person? Seeing like
she's
a worm
pretending
playing
like
across the stream.
the cop says, I know her from the homeless dude, and tries to talk to her about it again, and she just deflecting all over the place.
Right.
I just thought that.
She went back to arguing with him like, I ain't got time. That you're not here to talk about that. You're here to talk about this. They're both being petty. Yeah, that's exactly what it seems like, huh?
Oh.
I seen
He
that
be
house.
staying in the pool house, and now she be staying in
Where's the homeless guy? I'm seeing like a worm or like an arm or a finger. I don't know.
Well, the homeless guy thing, I'm sure that was a while back. That was because she said they said that was the last case that they took care of. That's the last call they were out there for.
Mm-hmm.
And that could have been a neighbor calling.
Yeah, could have been. Shit. You
Seeing
never
someone
know.
creeping around that nice pool house.
Maybe that's why they call him the pool boy.
Maybe it is. They thought it was a homeless person bathing in the pool, but he was just there swimming.
All right, I'm starting this.
It was an arm.
Yes. The mugginess. It's your case number 2023-27264. There's information in here if you need anything else. Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. I'll document. I mean, I got to document both sides. It is what it is. I'm going to generate a miscellaneous family violence report. This is the case number 2023-27264. If you have any questions, you can talk to the Justice Center and speak to an officer. So. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Y'all have a better day. Money. Hmm. Huh? Yeah, that's fine.
On November 19th, 2020, at 1906 hours, so that's 7:06, Officer Jensen and Officers Ray, Worsham, and Newberry arrived at that house in reference to an open door. So prior to arrival, all the cops' cameras were activated, but I didn't get this body cam footage because I think they told me 120 days or some kind of limit, but this is the main one I'm showing you that I wanted. They made contact with Lindsay, and she advised her and her family were at the residence, and then they left the residence to pick up dinner, and upon returning, her children advised her a door to the house was open. So that's when Lindsay contacted Sergeant Carter, who then contacted Sergeant Kittless, and officers advised dispatch were clearing the residence. The residence was cleared with no persons being located or items missing. Lindsay advised she didn't need a house check at this time. But I'm wondering, is that the reference they were talking about when there was actually a homeless person somewhere sleeping, I guess, on the premise?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet that's probably the incident they're referring to then, you know.
Says it's a huge house for a week without them knowing. And then on Sunday, May 15th, 2022, around 18:57 hours, a sergeant was dispatched in reference to an abandoned vehicle. Upon the sergeant's arrival, they activated their body cam and their in-car video system and made contact with the vehicle. The vehicle was just disabled and the front end of the vehicle was damaged. At that point, cops spoke to the caller, who was Robert Shiver, and he advised that the vehicle had been there since Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. And Robert advised that he called to report it, and he advised since the vehicle was on his property, he could call a wrecker himself and have the car towed off. So Robert called a wrecker, and when they responded, it was determined that part of the vehicle was on the city right-of-way, so the wrecker didn't tow it at that time. So the cops tried to find the vehicle owner, but no one answered the phone. The cop was unable to leave messages, and due to the vehicle appearing to be disabled and, just sitting out there for 5 days, the cops made the decision to tow the vehicle. It was some 1994 Ford Ranger. It was blue with Georgia tags, and the vehicle didn't have keys in the ignition. It was secured. It was just entered into GCIC, and it was impounded and towed away by Jay's Towing. Those were a lot lighter incidences, except it's kind of scary to think of somebody just being in that huge home for an entire week and no one knowing about it. That's very strange. Lindsay leaving with her kids and going off and coming back, and a stranger in their home for a week? Man, I don't know. I would like to see more about that. But as of today,
right?
Shit, she's not. Look, in my opinion, she's nosy like we are. She's like, I'd like to know more about that situation.
But anyway.
When you say you want to know more about that situation, you're talking about being crashing someone's house.
Yeah, like who was living here? Why was
Dude, that happens everywhere, man, especially nowadays.
Ugh.
You find like a vacant house, they're like, dude, awesome.
Squatters.
Yep, squatters. Let's get some copper wiring, some copper pipes.
Today is Friday, August 11th, and according to the New York Post, Lindsay said it's been really tough. That's what she said wearily as she checked in with authorities at a Nassau, Bahamas police precinct. We know she's been let out on $100,000 bail. At least she's changed her clothes. We're not seeing her in those ripped blue jeans and that white t-shirt, something that she seemingly at least wore for a couple of days in a row ever since she was released from that Fox Hill prison in Nassau. She was there for 19 days, nearly 3 weeks, but her nails were on point and her Cartier bracelet, as we went over last video. This time she was wearing a white Nike hat, a gray hoodie, and black exercise pants. And with her ankle monitor,
I think she looks like a normal mom. I mean, like a normal, you know what I'm saying? I guess, I don't know. It makes me wonder, like, I feel like there's definitely more behind this. It'll be interesting to, see what evidence they have and, like what's in the phone and how far it goes, because they said she did actually admit to wanting to kill him. So I'm not sure if
they did that on the video, on the cop cams.
I guess she told him that. We haven't got to see it yet, but yeah, apparently we probably won't be able to see it till the case is closed when she did the interrogation,
Yeah. Don't do that. If you're a parent and you have kids and you have custody issues, don't kill the other parent. I'm just saying.
Good advice, bud. Good advice.
Very good advice. What would we do without you, 3-Dot?
monitoring tag clearly on display. Lindsay nodded yes when she was asked if the case feels like it's been overblown. Well, she said, I can't really say too much right now, she said calmly, like probably the same demeanor as in that body cam video footage, that sweet southern twang. She noted that she had been advised to, of course, not say much by the attorneys as her case progresses. She said, it's been hard, but I can't speak about it. So once again, she was carrying a manila envelope, and Lindsay arrived at the precinct in the upscale Cable Beach neighborhood in a rented Kia sedan. So that's what she'll use to just tool around town locally. I don't know if she'll break the conditions of her release and sneak off to see Terrence, but the way they were giggling in court the other day, maybe she will. Now I'm having issues with my car, she said exasperatedly. I have to deal with that now on top of everything else, but I really can't say anything more. I'm sorry. Thank you for being respectful. So that's what Lindsay was saying. Sources are saying that Lindsay will soon be visited in Cable Beach by relatives. We don't know who. Maybe it's her mom. We'll fly the boys down there to, see their mom, because we're thinking of the boys' perspective. They don't know what's going on, and I'm sure they miss their mom. But an attorney who represents the trio is telling the New York Post that Lindsay's alleged accomplices, her boyfriend Terrence and hitman would-be Farron, they were never close to executing the plan. They're saying too, the matter has been blown out of proportion. Now, in terms of Terrence and Farron, the lawyer is saying those young boys were not capable of doing that. He said with a dismissive smile. That's what the New York Post says. Now, we know that Farron, the would-be hitman, he's a structural engineer and son of a prominent local politician. So he's been declining to comment, but he did tell the New York Post this week that the case is not what it seems. Of course, he's claiming innocence of the charges against him. I still want to see what will the evidence bear out. And Terrence, meanwhile, has been talking to the Daily Mail. He said he would never harm Robert. He wouldn't want to harm his lover's husband. He's claiming this ongoing relationship with Lindsay was never a secret. Well, obviously it was a secret at the point when
Well, it wasn't too big of a secret because he was standing in there with the police talking about, well, she's supposed to be meeting her boyfriend at Key West, so.
Well, your watcher, Remy, asks, how old are the kids, the boys?
They're all under 10, I believe. There's 3 boys.
Oldest son is 12, I believe.
Oh, 12.
I want to say 6 and 12, but I'm not positive about the youngest.
Well, he was putting that little one in a car seat or doing something with them, so he's young. But
so they're not divorced.
Yeah,
are they like going through a divorce? Is that what's going on?
They have a couple younger kids. They just filed for divorce, but they have a couple younger kids.
10, 6, and 4.
Yeah. So
are they going through a divorce? Is that what's going on? But they're living in the same house?
Yes. Not anymore.
Not anymore. No, she's in the Bahamas. He's back in Georgia.
She's in the Bahamas by herself?
Yeah, she was in jail in the Bahamas for about 11 or 13 days. And then once her family finally came up with the money, they rented her that house because she had to have a fixed address so that she could check in. So, like I said, she comes for money too, but not like he does. But to rent a house in the Bahamas, that's money to me. I mean, I'm not used to that kind of money.
Is her relationship with her boyfriend surviving this?
I have no idea.
I'm not sure how that's going.
I don't know if he's talking to the Daily Mail and saying that it's not no secret and that he doesn't wish any harm on Robert Shiver or whatever. I'm sure that it's probably all over the place. You know what I mean? I'm sure that everybody probably knows. I mean, it's.
And then they're like, well, you know, what is the dad supposed to say to the kids? You know, and to me, it's like, well, when they're 10, 6, and 2, I missed the ages. I'm sorry.
It's really not your place to tell them about a divorce. I mean, yeah, you can tell them you're separated and things are going to be different, you know, explain to them and stuff like that. But I mean, as far as it goes, like significant others or boyfriends or whatever, I don't think that's the problem. I don't think that should be laid for kids to deal with or put out there for little kids to deal with. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. And to say like, oh, your mom tried to kill me. No, you don't do that at that age.
I'm curious in this video that we're watching the body cams. Where was the father trying to go? Was he going out of states or was he like going in somewhere in the United States?
To the Bahamas.
Doesn't that require other parent to sign off on that? I'm pretty sure
no, because he owns they own a beach house down there, his parents or whatnot, and they also have a private jet that they take down there, the private plane.
I get that, but I think that once parents, you know, have a dispute, it does take.
It's 3.Dave.
I'm sorry, what?
Cocktail Dress said who's on panel, and then she said why hasn't this person on panel been listening?
I came in late, I guess, you know.
So the original plan was he was taking the children to the Bahamas. Okay, that was the original plan. She said she didn't want to go.
You gotta mute yourself, Dave. You need to mute yourself. You are having really bad panel etiquette right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you got music playing or shit playing in the background. You're being loud as hell. You're fucking moving your phone around. I'm trying to be nice to you, but you're working my nerve, bub.
Be nice.
I am. I'm going to mute you. I'm trying to be nice. I'm just letting you know. You're up here, you know.
Wait, hold on. I just noticed my mic was muted. So, I mean.
No, I just muted it. I just did that. Because it's loud.
Oh, you did that. All right, thank you.
We can hear your music. We can hear you moving around. It's like causing a lot of ruckus. So it was really loud. So I muted it.
That's cool. I didn't know that you could mute me.
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead, Grain, so that way he's listening to you now. Go ahead.
Okay, so the original plan was he was going on vacation and taking the 3 boys anyway to the Bahama home. She had a vacation planned with her boyfriend, so she was not going to go with. Then the night before, she decided she wanted to F up his plans for whatever reason. And she decided she wanted to go with him and the boys to the Bahamas on the airplane and then leave once they got there and meet her boyfriend in Key West. So she literally just wanted to hitch a ride on the airplane to then go and be with her boyfriend. And he's saying,
thanks, Jonathan.
You can't do that now. You know, it's too late. The pilot cannot add you. And she's having a fit and now saying he's not taking her boys. If she can't go, he's not taking her boys.
Wait. Babe, we are being nice to Dave. I just told him
I'd be that petty also.
We've been being very nice.
It's
if I was fighting with my ex, you know, and our kids were involved and she wanted to take him out of the United States, which my ex tried to do, take him to Mexico. And I was like, dude, hell nah. There's all kinds of weird shit going out there, Like, I don't want him over there. And she doesn't pay, like, a lot of attention. So it kind of was fearful to me, I don't want my son being like.
Yeah, but they got 3 kids together, and they're supposed to be. They got a beach
They
house
own
over there.
property
You know what I'm
there.
saying? Yeah, they own property over there. They go over there a lot, So it's not like she was supposed to be going over there with them, and then going to see her boyfriend or whatever. So it's not like
Well,
she
she
didn't
wasn't
know,
supposed to be. That's what she was trying to do. Mm-hmm.
Like they've
And
been
they
on
weren't
family
divorced.
vacations and stuff. I mean, they like it's not the first time though. You know what I mean? Like I get like we don't know about that lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like I definitely don't, because I ain't never had no money like that to be living like that kind of lifestyle. But this is something they normally do. Like you would take your child and go on vacation. Or it's like the water park every year. They take their kids and go to the Bahamas every year or whatever, a couple times a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Maybe one day, Queen B.
Maybe
Just
one
keep
day.
working. That's what I'm saying. Just keep working it.
That's right. Maybe one day, huh?
Got a comment, but I can't
found
say
out.
it.
I mean, Robert had to hire a private investigator to find out what was going on, but maybe it was no longer a secret after then in February. So what are these text messages going to say? Are they going to be just a hyperbolic fantasy and, Lindsay venting, which I could see her doing quite a bit after this July 16th day? Or will it be much more? Now let's watch the rest of the videos. Psalm 119:14, I rejoice in following your statutes as one rejoices in great riches.
But anyway, woke up this morning, we have travel plans to leave, and he's insisting that I don't go. And then I have my keys. He moves me out of the way, starts trying to unload my car, tells me he owns the car, he owns the rights to it. He's got super aggressive, and when I called immediately, because he's been physical before, and I'm just like, not doing that. Are you going to leave? Yeah, we're supposed to be going with our kids. So I don't know that's what I was asking dispatch, like what y'all can do if there's even, but of course now he's inside acting.
So this is the body cam footage we already watched. It's just the other side.
Yeah, different officer, right? Yeah.
Yep, pretty much the same thing we just watched, where they're in the garage talking to each other back and forth, moving suitcases back and forth. But we watched it from the female cop right here. We watched it from her camera first, and now we're watching it out of his. And I think this might be the other body cam here. It's got both of them. There's one of the little ones. So he's like probably looks like maybe 3 or 4, maybe. You know what I mean? He's young. And this is when they get their ticket number. She obviously ends up going, I mean, here's where he gets the car seat and puts the car seat in there. She asked him, did he brush his teeth? And so she's like, the cop said something about that being kind of awkward, but Plunder did. But here, we'll finish it here.
Mean towards Robert. Robert is a great looking guy. I mean, his calves are huge. Did you see those calves? He's athletic. He's a great looking guy, this tall, handsome rich man. And by the way, the women on Facebook are friending him up and down. And I hear he's accepting their friend requests. So shoot your shot, girlfriends. Can you imagine?
Queen, get it.
She said, shoot your shot, girlfriends.
Hit him up.
Go ahead, Plunder. Go ahead. That is too funny. Shoot your shot, baby. All right, all you fine ladies.
Accepting.
Right, all you fine ass ladies out there, y'all better get over there to Facebook now and start shooting your shot. Shit, right? Okay, the rich people problems. I know, right? Something I know nothing about. I'm just gonna keep it real. I know nothing about those problems.
It's like homie's got huge calves. Oh my god, gorgeous!
Right. Like he's got huge calves. I'm thinking he's got something. Does he got something else that's huge too?
Ooh, hit him up.
Right. And
homie's trending.
Running over there. She's running.
Homie's trending.
I'm cracking up. That's too funny. You want to be the next one to fly on the private jet to the Bahamas?
Do you think someone in your chat is over there looking for his Facebook right now?
Out of the 520 people we got, 515 people we got, yeah, but there's probably at least one or two. There's probably at least one or two people that are over there looking right now. Shambles, look at you, girl. Look at that. There's probably a couple of them like, hey,
can I stay in your pool house?
Does he model gray joggings, like gray sweatpants? You know, the infamous.
Which side do you dress
Did you
on?
say penis?
You know what though, Plunder, she definitely comes with the look. Plunder does not mess around. She always comes with the facts. She always does the like FOIAs, the videos, and you know what I'm saying? Like she does not mess around. So I really, you know what I'm saying? That's why I go to her stuff to like go through it or whatever, because she, first of all, there's no way I could have time to sit down and collect all this information to give to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't FOIA the police body cam. I knew she did. So I was like, here, we're just going to watch. We'll just go off of hers, watch it. You know what I mean? And interact as we go. It's a good case to get into. I think there's going to be a lot of ins and outs. She was supposed to be getting her deposition done, but she got arrested. So they changed it. It was July 18th. And I think she got arrested a couple days after or something. So, or a couple days before, I'm sorry. So they moved it to October. So I'm sure the depositions will probably be a little crazy and, you know.
I'm sorry. Look at chat.
What?
Someone, I don't remember the name. Someone
What are they
said
talking about?
his Facebook status will be, it's complicated.
He's in an entanglement.
Is that the truth?
Oh yeah, that's right. He did play on the Atlanta Falcons for a year, I think.
Huh.
But remember what she said in here? 4 days after this visit could have been his end date.
Or when they started their plan. I wasn't sure which it was. If it was already the plan, or that's when she started saying, hey.
You know, people keep calling her this, like I've called her, this beauty queen. She had it all. She had all the riches. She had the expensive jewelry. She had the great looking husband. She had the family. She had the mansion. She had the travel. Why wasn't that enough for her? And that's what I was thinking too. And of course, part of me still thinks that. But now, after watching this body cam footage, what do you think? I think it's something much deeper going on here. You know, Lindsay keeps bringing up these accusations. And again, we do have a he said, she said situation. Lindsay, I feel like she's at the point where she stopped caring. Not only stopped caring, she's resentful of Robert. That really came out to me in this footage. I feel like I'm no longer looking at these Instagram perfect pictures of this.
That's right. Like you're no longer looking at these perfect Instagram pictures that do not exist. You know, like the fake book pictures where it's like fake as hell. Every picture is perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're on the beach. They have flowers in their hair and white dresses, and they're hugging each
right.
other.
Everything's just gorgeous and beautiful and perfect and serene, and you know what I mean. That's definitely not what's going on. Shit, they're having whole ass fights at 7 a.m. Shit.
Yeah, she's got 50 bouquets of flowers lined up against the wall that she's putting in vases all around her house. Yeah.
Right. The kids are barely even up and around, you know what I mean? Up and getting ready for school at 7 a.m. to be getting yelled at. They're dealing with listening, yelling. Shit.
2 of them weren't even there, apparently. So.
Yeah, well, is this all about this body cam thing? Is like all the drama is around this instance, or is this some kind of like a court case that's been ongoing and this is like come in like part of it?
This is what led up to the big to do.
So this body cam thing was the beginning, and then now it's progressed.
Yes.
And it's divorce.
And
potential. Well, basically, they filed for divorce. They started having issues. They filed for divorce, and he took the kids and went to the Bahamas. She was going with him. They were supposed to try to work things out. Well, come to find out, there had been a robbery, and they got a hold of the phone. And when they got a hold of the phone, it had text messages in there and solid proof that she was trying to hire her boyfriend and her boyfriend's cousin, the pool boy's cousin, to
do what?
Take that Robert's life, her husband's life, like murder. She was trying to hire him supposedly.
Wow.
That this calls. So they arrested her for it, and then she had to either buy a home or rent a home in the Bahamas to get to be able to get a bond. You know what I mean? So they rented her a place there, and that's how she was able to get bond and get out.
This information, like that she was supposedly doing this with whoever, that's like a text message that is the proof or hearsay?
It's WhatsApp.
I'm wondering,
Text
like, what is
text?
So through text messages, that's where the proof is about trying to, like, off the husband?
That's what it sounds like, yes.
Yeah, I think that would probably get you to not have your kids for sure.
Mm-hmm. But they're saying it's not what it seems.
Well, I don't think hold on. Katie Baby says, hold on. I could find my husband in bed with another woman at 7 a.m. and still wouldn't fight with him that early. I would wait till I had my coffee. Damn.
I'd wait till I had my coffee too to throw at him, but hey.
Was that text message stuff out before the police showing up?
No, that's when
not
they
this
found
body
the
cam
WhatsApp.
footage. No.
So this body cam thing happened before the text messages showed up?
Before they discovered them, yes.
Yeah, before it became public, I guess. Wow.
Yep, 4 days before. So this is the body cam footage. This is 4 days before the arrest was made down in the Bahamas. From my understanding, I could be wrong, and you guys, if I'm wrong, correct me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, correct me. But I'm pretty sure she said this is 4 days before she was arrested down there in the Bahamas or whatever.
Yes. So 4 days later, they discovered this information.
Wow.
But
but in this instance where the police cams were involved, she actually called them to come.
I believe so, because she was the one who was having the problem, she said. That he pushed her, remember? So, and she couldn't get on the airplane, and she was taking his kids and all this stuff, which was already the plan.
Yeah, he already knew that she was cheating.
Hence him being trending. So it's like, well, she's the B and he's the awesome dad. And it's like, you know what? Let's jump on that train.
And I mean, they discovered it 4 days later. So it sounds like those text messages, it was already in the works. So I'm wondering now if it was for this specific trip they were planning to do it. And that's why her plans changed from going to Key West with her boyfriend to going to the Bahamas with her soon-to-be ex-husband. So it looks like they were getting along just fine. Going on vacation together.
How did they get the text?
Oh.
The guy got caught robbing a store. The third guy, the supposed
Really?
man.
So one of the culprits that was in this conspiracy got caught, and then they look at his texts and see this communication?
Yes.
Yes.
Insane.
WhatsApp. So just so you know, WhatsApp is not fail safe. People crack it
And
all the time.
he's getting ready to go back down there to work things out with her, the police actually stopped him and said, no, you're not going down there. They're going to try and take your life when you get there. We are going to arrest her. You need to stay here. So allegedly that's how it went down.
And there's more video from his father's house.
Yeah, but I don't know that that'll get put out. That's like really personal, you know.
Right. But that's what, when her parents said, we're cutting you off, and left her in that jail for a couple weeks and then changed their mind.
And the wife got arrested, you said, in another country?
In the Bahamas.
So she actually got to the Bahamas too. I thought that was she got kind of like booted from that journey.
She made it there somehow.
And got arrested there.
United.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to correct you here. Truth Seeker, I don't need the only Maria that I know came in here and was telling her story up on my panel about her daughter being bullied. I don't know what the fuck else she would be talking about, so please don't bring that bullshit into my chat. I don't have communications with her. She's not my friend. I don't talk to her. I don't fuck with her. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So again, don't bring that bullshit into my chats.
And I also believe Bahamian law goes by the United Kingdom's law. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, see, and I don't know if you and if you have something you want to talk to me about or you want to tell me about it or whatever, you can email me. My email's pinned and posted and stuff. You're more than welcome to do that, but please don't come in here and disrupt the chat or drop that in the chat because it's bullshit. Right, so you can email me and let me know and send me a link or whatever, and I'll take care of it from that point on, because I'll tell you now, I don't know her to be bullying her, so I have no clue what the fuck she'd even be talking about. Again, we don't have communications at all, so I would appreciate that.
His great husband, Robert, providing his wife with all the luxuries you could ever want and her just not being satisfied. Of course, none of this, don't get me wrong, none of this means he deserves a murder for hire plot set up against him. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I see a woman here who something is wrong, and maybe it is just selfishness, but it looks like something deeper. It looks like, of course, all of these riches, all these jewelry and the Lily Pulitzer and the home and the furnishings and the furnishings, everything. And she followed a lot of designers, home designers. All of that wasn't fulfilling. And I don't even think it was just boredom. If it were just boredom, could she have gotten past that? I don't know. Was she being mistreated behind closed doors? And again, that's no excuse, but you see this happening in certain cases. Was she being mistreated? And at some point she continues going to the Bahamas. What happened here? And she met Terrence, and was he kind to her? And she went the wrong way and started the affair with him. Robert finds out in February. Of course, he's very angry. He draws up divorce paperwork where he's not wanting to give her any alimony because of the adultery statute in Georgia. And he wants full custody of the kids. And did he start punishing her even more because of that? And then did Lindsay dig in deeper and deeper? You can see it happening, going off with Terrence, continuing to just be with him, and that being her outlet. And again,
and it might be your outlet. Shit, I don't know, you know. Why were they watching her correspondence? I don't know. I'm thinking they probably knew, but he had a PI too. He said he had a private investigator, that he had hired a private investigator.
He really got lucky.
Hey, Big Tim, what's up, babe?
Well, nothing much.
I knew you was a little busy, so.
Hey, Big
we're
Tim.
just chatting.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting situation. So basically, this is before she goes down to, the whole plot thing, basically, or is this after?
Yeah. Did you remember the other day when we kind of went over it, where the husband and wife were
Yeah.
there and they got arrested or whatnot because the one guy was robbing a bank or not a bank, sorry, a house or something, robbing something. I'm not sure. It says robbery of something, but anyhow, they went through his phone, and when they did, they seen these messages on WhatsApp between him and the
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
So,
interesting.
so basically, Plunder got the body cam footage 4 days before they went down there.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's pretty interesting. How did she get that? That's pretty quick. But yeah.
Well, she put in the FOIA request, but basically she called the police out there. They had started arguing at 7 a.m.
Yeah. Now, was she just trying to jump on this plane just to spite him, or was it she was actually planning on going down there originally? Because there was like the argument about who's going to take the private plane,
Well,
like just take a trip on the private plane.
Me and Grain are kind of. What you were saying out of spite, Grain?
I believe so, because he had said that was their plan originally, but she was planning a trip to Key West for this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So she wasn't going to go. And then she changed her mind and said, oh, I'm going with you and the kids on the plane to the Bahamas, and then I'm getting the hell out of the Bahamas to go see with my boyfriend.
Yeah, that sounds like the spite. I vote for spite.
That's vindictive. That's just
I wouldn't go that
buttons.
far. I mean, vindictive is a strong word. I would say spite. But this is a woman that was planning on murdering her husband allegedly. So maybe either or. Either or.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I was kind of shocked that they said that they gave her $100,000 bond, you know?
Yeah, that's basically chump change. Well, technically, she doesn't have a job, right? Her husband just has all the money.
Yeah, her husband has a job, or was the one that had the job. Yeah.
It might be tough if it was like more than that. You know what I mean? It's, she doesn't. I'm sure the funds she would have issues accessing the funds and stuff like that, even if they're in a marriage. So maybe that wasn't too bad, but still, $100,000 is a lot of money. But still,
blank screen said, "Who's up there with the blank screen?" I said 3.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Oh, okay. He's the new blank screen. He's 3. He's.
I am not the new. I am the old. Blank screen came in after me. Actually, they took their concept from me.
Sure, I'll believe that.
Tim, her parents are loaded.
Okay, yeah, you told me that. You know what? I just remember that. Yeah, you're right. They are loaded. Yeah, so like $100,000. So what? She had to put like $10,000 up. Yeah, that's pretty cheap for,
And that's why I said vindictive. All the stuff that we know, we don't know the behind the scenes, but all the stuff we know so far is that she's the one who cheated. She's the one who will not leave the home. She's the one who now is changing the plans and all this, who knows what else. So it seems a little, everything added up seems just a little.
I would say with divorces,
just doing it to piss you off.
I mean, if you're going with divorces, usually it takes 2 to tangle.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak. And basically it feels like you just caught her bad side on camera and you might not have seen the husband's bad side. So it might have been, both of them could have been tick for tack, like War of the Roses, like that movie where it's like literally them fighting over the house. It should be like that movie. Kind of dangerously like War of the Roses, the movie. Except for no one died. And but yeah, just basically.
How are you?
What?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
I think there's a lot of credence put into text messages now. So, like, if you can, like, plant text messages, well, you're convicted. Just in hindsight.
What do you mean plant convict? I don't know. I don't think you get.
What do you mean plant text messages? I don't think there was a way to plant them.
Well, you get your wife's cell phone. You say, I'm gonna kill him, and at this time you're gonna like slit his throat, and like all of a sudden it's like, look at her text messages.
Well, I mean,
the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
How the 3 of them were going in WhatsApp.
Yeah, they were planning that. I think the guy that she was sleeping with and another person were in WhatsApp, right? And they were talking in discussion.
Because a lot of people think that you can't crack that, like Ellie can't, but you really can very easily.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I don't think the husband was in the other room with 2 phones trying to pretend plan his murder. while trying to, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't think that's the case. I mean, could
Is
someone
Boston up
do?
here?
I don't know if Boston's up here. Boston's probably chilling in the
Back
he's probably chilling in the back chat. Straight. We haven't heard Boston since the devil of the back chat came around, and now the chat's up. He might be.
How dare you? How dare
What?
You? How dare you?
Oh shit!
Unbelievable. I think my audio. You know what? My audio's messed up.
Your voice sounds different because I was like for a moment.
It's better now, right?
Yeah, it's better now. For a moment, I thought, "Who are you?"
Damn, I just did a whole stream on my podcast with the wrong mic on. I just realized that. Holy shit. Ugh.
It happens.
Oh, boss.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, it's, I just think the
I'm using
wife.
my Logic Tech. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm just. That's just like, I don't know. That would make a good novel, but I don't think I've never heard of a case of someone actually grabbing 2 cell phones and faking their murder, unless you can find one. But I've never heard of that.
Well, it would be 3, Tim, because
3,
yeah, and that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
I mean, in a spy movie or
maybe in a movie, but I've never heard of it like recently. Because when they would like track the phone data and be like, well, they're all in the same room.
Yeah, they had the pings. They had the pings from everywhere.
Why are all 3 of these people planning the murder all texting while they're all in the same room with this the husband? Where the husband's cell phone, that would be kind of kill your plan there. To be like, oh, the pings are basically at the same house.
I saw you guys were going over the right before, because I didn't even know I had a freaking stream tonight until 8 minutes beforehand. But did anything change in that the case that you guys were talking about with the the lady and the her husband?
This is the basically the police footage basically of them going. I think, what is it, 4 days before they went on the flight to the Bahamas or something like that?
Yeah, I believe it's 4 days before.
Okay.
Yeah. And it shows their interactions with the police and everything. It's very interesting. I guess if you want to play it more, but for others, if you want, if you want
it's
to.
sad the boys are in the middle of this. It's not right. I'm just saying I can see how something like this can happen. If she was dissatisfied with Robert for whatever reason, I hope he wasn't violent with her. But I am entertaining that possibility more and more after watching this body cam video, even though he did nothing in the video to prove her assertions. It's just making me wonder the way she's just fed up with him and doesn't care anymore and has the hubris to want to jump on a plane with him and the boys and then be like, see you boys, I'm off to Key West, with my boyfriend. I don't know if the boys knew she had a boyfriend. I don't know if Robert told them all that. He probably didn't. But of course he would be hurt. He wants a wife who's faithful. Who doesn't want a spouse who's faithful and dedicated to them? And so July 16th, Robert takes the boys off to the Bahamas. And then, 4 days later, mysteriously, this grabber's bar gets broken into. So we can see the timeline unfolding. We can see it happening. We can see Lindsay, no doubt, giving Terrence an earful after this day. If she's telling Terrence after this day, look, I was trying to come down there. I was trying to do our couples vacation to Key West, but Robert messed it all up. He won't let me get on the plane. He won't let me be with the boys. He won't let me talk to them. He pushed me out of the way. And you can see this probably angering Terrence, especially being a younger man, likely wanting to protect his girlfriend even more. So isn't it ironic that only 4 days after this event happened, all of a sudden, Grabber's Bar, the safe gets broken into? Because when people are enacting plans, they need money. At this point, I don't even know how Lindsay would get the money to go to Key West. Maybe this is how. Because she said Robert had cut her off from finances way back when they were filing in April for their divorce. So he had already cut her off. He was already moving money. He was already, turning off the utilities. She didn't have internet service at the house and all that. And I'm sure it's because Robert just didn't want her FaceTiming her boyfriend and all that. So he's cutting stuff off, and their divorce order says you're not supposed to be doing that kind of stuff. So he's cutting all that stuff off. He didn't want her using the private jet, which I really can't blame him, going.
I mean, I really wouldn't want her using the private jet either, but he had already cut off her money. He had already cut off her,
electricity, her Wi-Fi.
Yeah. That made her mad.
She's in the dark age.
Did the pool house have separate Wi-Fi and electricity? I'm assuming. That's
He cut her
Yeah, they do.
Holy crap!
I think he was joking.
Desperate.
I think he was joking about the electricity. I don't think they
cut the Wi-Fi off, and I'm going to cut off your.
Lorraine about it.
Right.
Glenda says Plunder is making a lot of assumptions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I think that people, when they look into how a person acts, they make assumptions. But I do agree, like, you can't really tell how a person's personality is based on one kind of like video, nor can you understand the dynamic of the situation that's going on in the house based on one interactions of a video. So yeah, but unfortunately, unfortunately, a lot of people make assumptions based on videos and form opinions based on it. Now, I mean, these are her opinions; they're not statements of facts. So if it was a statement of fact, then
yeah, it'd be different.
It would be different. But these are her opinions, and everyone has an opinion. It is what it is.
But they did catch a guy, right? That had text messages between her and him, and a third guy, right? So I mean, they have the trifecta of text messages, because like the cell phone providers, that shit's like history. That's all there. If you want to go to anyone's cell phone, a provider, and ask for what's their text messages been for like the last year, that's there for sure. So I mean, if the cops, had all that, then damn, that's pretty damning.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty damning. Probably the next step is like, how it goes is one of the see who's going to turn first. Probably they'll, whoever's going to talk first might get a deal. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, like, she's speculating, that's for sure. That's an opinion, but she's not stating them as fact. So, you know what I mean? Like, people give opinions a lot. Really, when you get into trouble, when you start stating your opinions as fact. That's
Or
when you get.
That's all I am. I'm opinion all day long.
Yes.
And she has a whole series of like her Instagram, her social media, and how much she changed like through the years until she got to this point.
Who are you speaking of? I'm sorry.
Plunder.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. So this isn't her first video about it, but you can tell there's a definite something happened to her, to Lindsay, because through her other videos it shows how much she changed. Like, she turned into like a kind of a party girl.
Listen, she could have got just bored, simply bored with her life. You know what I mean? We don't know.
It's maybe called, like guys buy a sports car,
Yeah, midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis type of deal. Maybe, for her, maybe getting a new boyfriend.
Right.
I mean, it could be as simple as that. I mean, it's just simple as that.
Very true. Very true.
I mean, sometimes the guy gets a
no.
girlfriend on the side. I mean, it's just that sometimes people just get bored with life. They have everything, and they just decide, hey, I like a little spice in my life, and pretty much that's the situation. And then basically her life is falling apart. This is an opinion, by the way, not a statement, a fact. In my opinion, her life, you see that her life is kind of falling apart due to a bad decision. And she's quickly making rash decisions based on emotions to try to repair the situation in her life.
Yeah. Lorena Bobbitt, cut it off.
No, not Lorena Bobbitt. She's not fixing anything.
Joke. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's not fixing anything. But I'm saying, like, this woman, in her mind, she's thinking, well, what's the problem? My husband. I want my kids. I want the money. Maybe that was her thought process. Maybe she was thinking about doing it. Maybe she wasn't going to plan on going through with it. I don't know what her defenses are, but, we'll see. But it is what it is, but you don't know the whole story of the relationship. He could have been, we know he could have been, they could have been both doing tit for tat against each other, and or she was just not interested in the relationship. Sometimes people are married and people change, and they're like, oh, well, I don't really like my husband anymore, and that's simple as that. So yeah, that's just my thought on that.
Oh, I totally get it.
But I'm not gonna say this woman is villainous because she, cheated on her husband. I'm saying that she could be, if she did what she did, planning on her husband's death, that would make her a villain. But it's just
that hasn't came out yet, right?
I don't think people should color their opinions based upon this woman's innocence based on, like, she's cheating on her husband because, you know, you can still be innocent. You know, that's what I'm just saying.
Of course.
You know, but I would say like the facts are not working well with her because she's probably had some involvement at the very least with this situation.
I would think so in order to get arrested that she
Yeah.
must have had some of
And
those
the
texts
evidence.
her own self.
Yeah,
She bailed out or no?
Yeah, she's bailed out for 100K.
Well, Crime Traveler asks, how did LE even find out about this plot to kill the husband?
I forgot. I think it was 7
Okay.
minutes ago. You would say you can say
You
it.
go green this time.
Yeah.
All right, since I finally got it. Okay, so the boyfriend, the pool boy's cousin, apparently, who they were planning this together, apparently, was arrested for robbing a store. And in that arrest, they went through his phone and found these text messages conspiring to do this.
Is that legal?
Is what legal?
You could look through someone's cell phone when they're arrested.
I would think so.
I don't think so. If they're not arrested for, I mean,
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be. I mean, that would be. Well, first off, where was he arrested? What country?
The Bahamas.
Yeah, so they might have different. They might have different laws there than here. So what would be the laws for Bahamas? Because you're thinking like the United States, that would not be allowed. But what would be the Bahamas laws?
Yeah,
laws
It's
of
UK.
Bahama.
Well, I'm
UK
just
laws.
assuming, I'm putting my faith in law enforcement that if it was not legal, they wouldn't have been able to arrest.
Yeah. They aren't legally allowed to look through your phone unless you give them permission or have obtained necessary.
Grade 1 says not USA law. So if this happened, if this guy got arrested in the US, I don't believe they can actually like search your phone for all your text messages and stuff.
Okay, so it says here, UK, it says, are police allowed to search your phone? UK. Can the police get into my phone? Under the Regulation of Investigatory Powers Act 2000 RIPA, the police have the power to access and retrieve data from mobile phone. They may do so if they believe the phone contains relevant information that could assist in an investigation. So if it's UK law, probably it would be allowed. Not in the United States, you know.
It sounds
So
basically the same here if you get a warrant for it.
yeah, but you'd have to get a warrant. Here they said they could just basically, I don't think they need to get a warrant there. Let me see.
No.
The regulation of the Investigatory Power of 2000 RIPA, as it is commonly known, governs the use of covert surveillance with public bodies.
because he was arrested in the States for that. I don't
No,
think
he
they-
wasn't. He was
No, I'm
arrested
saying
in Bahama.
if he was. I'm saying like
Yeah.
if it happened in the States, they wouldn't be going through his phone. You know what I mean? To fight. You know what I mean? Because of the what is
Yeah.
Unless they had a warrant.
But this guy was in Bahamas, so it was UK law and not United States law. Because if it was the United States, they would need a warrant. If it was UK, it's a little bit different. I think it's a situation. I have to look. I'm not anyone in the UK. If you want to like to correct me, I'll be glad. But
But I'm
just
confused
Googling it.
because the Bahamas is not UK.
No, they use UK law. I think in the Bahamas. I was just told. Let me just check just to make sure.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So Bahamas use UK law. Let me see. The basis of Bahamas law's legal system lies within the English common law tradition. As Bahamas under UK is gained and operates constitutional and parliamentary democracy. Let me see. Bahamas.
That is a good point. They might go through his phone, but they might not be able to use anything.
Yeah, maybe.
Like for prosecution.
Bahamas.
But they could actually use the cell phone provider's information in the U.S. to incriminate. As per a warrant.
Yeah, but also someone says phone warrants take 10 minutes. I can believe that. Parliamentary. Yeah, but like 1970. So I'm not sure if current UK law actually reflects Bahama law now. So I'm not
It doesn't
sure.
make sense to me.
What I'm saying is, why would you go through
Bahamas
his
is
phone
like
for what
South,
he got
bro. That's like
arrested
a
for?
Mexico-ish.
Just let Nick talk. He was saying something. Just
Real quick, why would they go through his phone, right? For what he got arrested for? That's all I was wondering.
Fool probably said, yes, you can. Maybe he could have just gave permission. Yeah, it could have been that simple as that.
Well, you see that in movies. They're like, hey, put your thumb on the phone, bro. It's like either you put the thumb on the phone or else.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a planned robbery, which led them to believe other people were involved.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like Wendy says,
Maybe, yeah.
how would they know and how and where to find her in the Bahamas? So he might have just like, maybe he got caught and he was like, maybe like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say any more opinions because there's a point when you're speculating and then you're just you're kind of walking the ledge and then you realize you speculate too much and there's like no wood on the bottom of you and you just fall into the crevice. So I'm not going to speculate anymore. I'm just going to keep quiet.
I was just curious how they can go through, not how, but like the reasoning for it. But great, keep on going. You were explaining everything. I apologize.
Yeah. Hey, B. Tim, keep speculating, man. It's good.
Oh, no, I don't want to fall off that. There's no more facts under me, so I'll just go into that crevice if I keep on doing it. So I'll
speculate. Because what I have heard, not talk on the town, okay, is that the police came to the husband and said, don't go back down there. This is what's in the works. So maybe that's how they knew where to find her, because the husband told where to find her.
Mm.
So you're saying the husband that was going to quote unquote be murdered actually narked them off?
No, they found it on the phone.
Yeah. The police found it on the phone when the guy was arrested for robbery. At that point, they notified the husband so that he could be safe and they could protect him and said, don't go back down there. This is what is in the works for you if you do. And so he's probably the one who said, oh, we have a home there. This is where she'll be. This is where you can find her. And they found her. And the other two.
This is very interesting.
It's a thinker.
Very interesting. So, Tim, you said 100K, and then the percentage of that, was it 10% or 15? Was it 15?
Yeah, it's 10%. Actually,
the trip of it all is that why are these people like in the same area where this vacation with the 3 children were going, right? So that actually like is kind of trippy that they would actually put the effort in to be, if that's true, that they're actually in that same location-y area. That is in itself incriminating to me.
Well, I think that's where she met him.
He was a bartender.
The boyfriend.
And then that was his cousin, and his father's a local politician.
What, in the Bahamas?
Yes, he's a bartender / I don't know if he did.
So they have a vacation place in the Bahamas.
Yes.
And in her travels to the Bahamas, she's met these individuals.
Yeah. And I just want to read you this.
So knowing that they're going to the Bahamas, she connected with these shady individuals and like had a conspiracy. That's pretty good. That's pretty good shit.
That's pretty good shit.
Hey,
Ellie.
Yeah, hi, Ellie. It says here, a detective alerted the former, let me see. Okay. Killing was a WhatsApp message. Authorities say a 36-year-old Lindsay Shiver admitted in a police interrogation to sending an alleged hitman along with photos of her husband, Robert Shiver, who Bahama police say became fearful for his life and the lives of his children. Detectives alerted the former Urban University football player to the alleged murder plot only after Lindsay alleged lover Terrence Bithell became suspect in an unrelated burglary, and his phone was obtained in a search warrant. Prosecutors say they discovered those text messages between Lindsay Bethel and the alleged would-be hitman. So they had a search warrant for the phone.
Man,
Autumn, no, I haven't. And Dave should probably research more before jumping on panel. This isn't Dolly's $3.
$3.
Sorry, man, I am so out of the loop. I'm just like, I came in and I'm learning, like everyone. There's a lot of people in here right now Learning.
Haley.
All good.
This is very twisted. I mean, in
It's very
turn,
twisted.
you know.
Yeah.
So this is the place to learn, really. But that's how they discovered it, and 4 days later, he would have possibly have been gone.
Elizabeth says she admitted to the phone text too.
Yeah, that's what I read in the article, that she admitted during interrogation. So she's pretty much, I mean, like, I don't know if she's going to do, like, I don't know what her defense will be. It'd be interesting to listen to the defense, but I mean, it's going to be interesting. I don't know what her defense will be to a text saying kill him and showing pictures and then admitting this. And then, I mean,
Well, I have to say, I'm interested.
You're invested.
Before today, I didn't know this even existed. Now I'm like, what's going to happen next?
And you know, 3 Dot Dave, is that it?
Yep.
no, actually, it's 1 dot. 2 of his dots.
No,
are
it's
taken
not.
away.
It is totally
Yeah.
3. Or if you want a bonus, like, it is plus 10.
Dotless Dave.
Dotless Dave. Negative Dave. Dot Dave.
And the thing was that they had planned it so it happened in his father's house as a robbery when everyone was home.
That's weird.
Very.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What robbery?
It was going to be a fake robbery.
Yeah, my guess is that she was going to be there too, right? And then basically they would rob and they would collect, and she would be the witness, so she would give a false account of who was there.
In front of her children?
In front of her children, yeah. Well, the
Oh
children
my God.
So
That's
like
awful.
that actually was done in another case, right? I've heard someone doing the same thing where they basically, like, the person plotting to murder someone was actually the person there, and they say they give like the wrong account. I've heard there was a case like that was similar. But yeah, basically her plan probably was that she would go sit there, they would come in, they tie everyone up or whatnot, put the kids in the other room, murder the guy, and maybe, make it look like a robbery. Then she gives like a false account of what happened, plays the victim and leads and puts the cops in a wild goose chase, pretends to be the grieving wife for a little bit, inherits all the money, and then just, kind of that's the deal.
Jeez, B. Tim, what an imagination you have.
No, that's probably what I would
That's
say.
exactly what she
now?
planned.
Yeah,
Can I
that's
say
exactly.
vindictive now?
But she didn't know about all the extra cameras they had installed.
Yeah, one of the
because
cameras
his
caught.
dad had Alzheimer's.
Yeah, the dad caught one of the cameras caught her cheating with was it one of the killers, right? The pool boy or whatnot.
Yeah, the pool
They
boy.
caught her doing the splits all over that place.
Oh Lord.
I mean, it's not in the same plot. Actually, that happened in another case. I remember I seen it on TV that a woman did the exact same thing.
What, messed around with the pool boy?
No, not a pool boy, but
Oh.
basically was like plotted the death of her significant other. Had them make a pretend robbery while she's there, kill the person, and basically she pretends to be a witness, like she's not part of it, and she's actually a victim, and gives like false accounts. But they caught her eventually because, they always do, because people think they know everything, and there's a lot of holes in their plot.
And these days, people trying to get away with all the cameras and this and that. It's like, step back.
Right? And also, don't text what you want to do when it comes to killing people.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah, I
friggin'
agree.
that is like conspiracy.
Well, that's not-
Don't even text that shit.
I would say do not plan to murder anyone in general. Not
Period.
it's not-
Period.
do not- this is not advice on how to murder people.
Now, why are you
And
up
if
here
you
doing
do-
that?
3 Dot. He's a troll. He's a troll.
I am not a troll. I am like
Like a
completely
sweet,
cool
like a good troll.
contributor here.
Wait. I'm going to stop this. The panel guests' opinions and are their opinions themselves does not reflect on Queen Bee's channel, nor does the Queen Bee hold
3
the
Dot.
same opinions.
Yeah, especially
as the panel
B10,
guests.
man. His shit's always speculation.
Sure it is. So we do not condone, nor are we teaching you how to commit murders. So just this was just in case. So now that that's resolved, and I'm sure 3 Dot was joking. Please God, say you're joking.
Joking,
dude. If you don't know me, come on. I'm a joke. I'm a
You don't
joke.
You're a jokester, a little bit. 3 Dot, Dotless Dave.
Dotless. I'm removing a dot. You're 2 Dot Dave now. Removing a
Please cut all these names now.
The 2 Dot Dave
Dotless.
now.
I like Dotless.
Ellie's eviler. She's a koala. So koalas are naturally evil creatures.
When there's fun to be had, I will be there.
We know it. Yeah.
And when did he send the photos to her family?
Oh yeah, well, I didn't hear that part. Does anybody know?
No, she sent a photo of him after the message. Let me see. I'll just read the article one more time.
He actually sent the videos to her family.
Oh yeah, but I think the photos were from. But yes, what happened was the video of the interesting occasion in the house. The interesting occasions or the extracurricular activities between her and the Cabana boy was sent was sent to the family of the wife.
It's embarrassing.
Hold on, Cabana boy. That sounds a little.
Now it sounds like there's a third guy.
inflammatory. Is he? I thought he was a pool boy.
Bartender, Cabana boy.
It's always a pool boy.
He's just her boyfriend.
Damn pool boys.
Boyfriend.
Damn pool boy.
And if
A
you're
sidekick.
listen,
Listen.
if your pool boy's got a 6-pack and your wife's kind of hanging around the pool around, you kind of
Fire him.
You kind of know what's up.
Give him the Cabana title. You know, the abs give the Cabana.
Yeah,
See, I feel bad for pool boys right now. They're all getting fired around the country right now. It's fucked up.
It's just like if you hire a nanny, make sure she ugly. Okay. Just make
Well,
sure
you know
she's
what?
ugly.
That didn't work for Arnold Schwarzenegger. That didn't work for Arnold Schwarzenegger's.
There was like a kid that came out of that whole thing.
Yeah,
right?
and I would say the wife was like
she
a lot.
ugly?
She was not as pretty as the wife. Let's just say. I'm going to be nice and say she was not as pretty as the wife. And I'm just saying, yes, we're all beautiful in our own ways. I'm going to say.
He just wanted a different flavor. You know what I mean?
Just,
wanted a
but
different,
I would say that the wife was definitely a lot better looking than the nanny. But anyway, but he did have a nice kid. I actually followed.
Yeah, looks exactly like him. Looks so
yeah,
much like
and it looks
Arnold.
like he got a good kid and a good relationship with him. So he's a nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
A good happy ending. A happy ending.
Literally.
No,
Austin. Okay.
in my personal opinions, and I will do the disclaimer as well. My opinions does not reflect Queen Bee's channel or her, so it is my opinions. So
Okay. Okay.
You're right. Lindsay LB Tim just
Where did
said I
3
was
Dot
beautiful.
go? Where's Dotless? You still here, Dotless?
Dotless
Hanging out, listening.
Oh, okay, cool.
So Dotless, what do you think of the case? We're gonna actually ask you a question.
Yeah, you're
this is
getting
a test.
quizzed.
This is the quiz.
Man, what you got?
All right, no, actually, I'm gonna let I'm gonna let.
Don't be scared.
No, we're gonna ask. We're gonna have Grain quiz you. Okay, quiz him. Ask him a random question.
Quiz him.
Rand?
If he's been paying attention.
If he's paying
Yeah.
attention, if he gets a gold
I'm paying
star.
attention. Give it to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What year did Bahamas become a Commonwealth?
No.
Really?
It was in the chat. It was in the
Is
chat.
this really the trivia question you want to ask me?
No, it's a
I'm
true
joking.
crime. You gotta
I'm
ask him
joking.
about
You
the
go, Grain.
case.
I'm sorry.
Fucking Ellie. Kick Ellie.
How
Get her
old
out.
is
But check
How
it.
old is her
I
boyfriend?
only learned about this case like 3 hours ago.
How
Same.
old is the boyfriend / pool cabana bartender boy?
I would go with like 25.
27 3/4.
Well, I feel like I won that one.
I have no idea.
Ask questions you don't know the answers to. Right on.
Damn right.
Right.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be a question. How many kids did her and her husband have together?
That's a good
3. Come on, basic.
See,
Basic.
listen, we're
Wow, you do listen. Okay,
See,
you
we're-
pass.
we're-
You get a
we're
dot
proud.
back. 1 dot, Dave.
Yeah,
Thank
okay,
you.
yeah.
Gold star, 10 dots.
No, 1.
And and I think Wing Zero's right. I think he was 21. I think he was actually
Oh, okay.
the Cabana boy. He was in his 20s or something. Yeah, I know that.
Man, if you're gonna have a piece on the side, that's the way to have it, I guess.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
good.
Oh
What
my
gender are the kids?
No,
Yeah.
don't. Yeah,
All
but don't.
boys.
Yeah, just don't. That's not. I
Just
don't want to
don't.
talk about kids. Yeah,
You
wanna
just
talk about
don't. I mean,
kids.
that's fact.
yeah, but I mean,
Here's a good question I don't know the answer to either, otherwise it wouldn't be a question. How did Lindsay, the mom here, get to the Bahamas?
Private jet. I'm sorry.
Jet skis.
Was that for?
That's interesting. I think she probably got on a basic airport thing and got to the area.
Right? Like United?
Yeah.
A puddle jumper, like
I thought it was a
Cessna.
private jet. I thought you guys were talking about some kind of private
No, I
jet
think he
thing.
went on a private jet and she went on public transport.
Oh,
She
she
had to
wanted
find
to
her
catch
own
a
way.
ride because it was too last minute, right?
Yeah.
In order to
Spirit Airlines.
be there.
Spirit.
all right,
Spirit,
chat. We're gonna
yeah.
ask the chat. Does 2 dot Dave get a dot back because of
1 dot. He's only at
1
dot
for
right
yes. 1 for yes. He gets a dot back. 2 for no. For 3 dot Dave.
Come
That's so
on.
confusing. 1 for yes, he gets a dot back. 2
Dude, I
for
think
no.
this is
for
all.
3 dot.
I think that everyone in true crime knows. I am full of dots. There's this huge
we
dot
know.
balloon. There's 1,000
You're not
dots
helping your
inside of it.
case. You're not helping your case, but
You got a
Twist
lot
has
of dots.
voted. Twist has voted 1. Win Zero's voted 1.
A lot.
So you're getting some
Very
people.
few votes.
You get some
Very few
support.
votes.
You
I'll
get some
send you some
votes.
calamine for that.
People want to give you your dots back.
Oh, this is for you, Grain. You got a super chat. You're the best. This Alpha 24.
You got a super chance.
Okay, Gloria's not as forgiven.
Oh, we
She
got
wants
some
to take your
ones.
dot. She wants to take your dot away.
Glory said 2.
Gone girl gave me the green tea.
Dave, I come back and they're taking your dots, Dave.
No, they're
Yeah.
giving him a dot.
No,
There's
they're
only
not.
so many you can take.
They're giving him a
another
dot.
weight clean. They're actually giving him a dot.
They're giving
Gave
him
him
a
1
dot.
back. He got 1 back.
Because he passed the quiz question.
Or you
Gave
can
the dot.
two.
Okay.
Come on, we need a 4 or a 5, to counteract.
But we have to give you a dot so we can take them away later. That's the plan. So that's really.
We only
the
have 1 at least.
Yeah. we need to give you
I need 2 twos.
yeah. This is supposed to be the hate chant, but
Tim thought I was going to go the other way there. He's like,
I honestly thought they were going to take your dot away, but unfortunately, the chat is more forgiving and kind.
Unfortunately. Tim, are you against me? Either you're with me or you're against me.
He's against everybody, though.
I'm against everyone. Every single person here I don't
He
like.
hates everybody, so.
I mean, this hate channel sure does
That's
have a
not
lot
true.
of laughter.
He's always been oh, Dave, I'm gonna be mean to you so that you can be good with Dolly.
Dolly's not my favorite person right now. Let's just say that.
Oh, really?
Right on, but you're always looking out for me, bro. Thank you.
No. Dolly has some.
It's the truth. It's the truth. You got some 3 dot love.
You got some 3 dot love.
I don't
Are you
want
trying to?
3 dot loves. No, I don't know where you're.
Are you like a peacekeeper, kind of? Are you coming Are you trying to make a truce between Dolly
I
and
am a
Tim?
peacekeeper. I'm a balancer.
You seem like that. You just want everybody
Thank
to get
you.
along. Kumbaya.
That is awesome.
Right?
I try to be that for sure.
I have noticed that about you on being real.
How
you
so you're the one.
Dave gets a cookie.
We're done talking about this case here.
Yeah, we did talk about it. We were talking about it for like 20
Yeah, I
minutes.
was gonna say I was gonna move on to this other one. I just had a quick question.
Okay.
I didn't know if you guys had heard about this. So there's a lady, and they call her the viral plane lady. And I guess she went viral for a video that she started freaking out on the airplane or something. And
Yeah, I saw that.
she just came out and made
I heard about her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you
They're
guys
saying
know
that she came back. Like, people are like, does she exist? Is she real? And then like they're saying like she came back in order to like do some virally type things for her like mission, you know, whatever. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it was well, and now she's got a anti-bullying campaign going on because she's saying she's being bullied really bad.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, it's.
I feel bad for her now after what she came out and said of what it was about.
What did she say? What was it about? I never did hear. What happened? Why did she freak out like she did? She said her dad's a cop.
She said
I think
that
what they're
it
saying is that
was
she did that on purpose in order to create drama, in order to get a message out.
No.
I'm taking a dot for interrupting.
From what I heard, it was her family members that she was screaming at. And one of them tried to take her AirPods, and she knew she wouldn't get them back from her family member. And that's who she was screaming at. That's what I heard.
Can we play the
Sure.
airplane thing?
Wait a minute. So hold
Sure.
on. She was screaming at because okay, so she was screaming at her cousin about AirPods, but then when the video shows, it's her pointing out back, or her pointing to the back of the airplane, talking about you're not real. It's not real. She's not real. You're not real. It's not real.
And
Nobody's
she's saying
real.
now,
It was awkward.
yes, it was very awkward. And now she's saying that she was actually screaming at her family, one of her family members.
Okay.
But I haven't seen this footage. I saw other footage. So I will watch silently.
All right, I'm gonna turn this. This is Law & Crime. There's also other clips that are out there. We can play a couple more, but here's this one so far.
You do? No, absolutely not. Like, you get the out of my face.
Okay, you have a nice day.
You too.
That's Tiffany Gomez, who went viral on the internet for all of the wrong reasons.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off.
Now the quote, crazy plane lady is apologizing for the rant posted on TikTok.
First and foremost, I want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable.
Thanks for joining us here on Law & Crime. I'm Anjanette Levy.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's that.
She has a straight. Have you guys seen the viral video yet?
I've seen half of it.
It's not here. Here's the viral video. This is what happened.
Stop the plane. Stop the plane. Not going to. Nope. No. So what's going on? No. Stop it. Stop it. No, I need to get off this plane right now. I need to get the off this plane. See what happens. See what happens after this. See what happens. Where's your bag? Is your bag?
See what happens.
So yeah, she's literally on the plane freaking out. Now, can you imagine what the kids were on there thinking? Because I mean, adults probably, adults, are adults. They can get up and whatever. But I'm sure the kids on there were probably freaking out. Like, what the hell's going on? What is this lady talking about? Because when she starts playing, she's like, it's an alien or you're an alien or something. She says some weird shit.
I hate planes. I'd freak.
Did she have some of Follow the Grains gummies or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, to be honest, but she's saying that she's like getting like, okay, so then she's like, well, there's a lot of memes and they're really funny, but there's some that are not, and they're I'm setting up a bullying website about it and stuff like that. I don't care. Well,
That makes sense, right? I mean, if you really wanted to like get attention, do something like that, because everyone knows that on an airplane, if you do anything weird, you are like becoming viral, especially if you have someone in like a side seat recording your ass doing it, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, super viral, chick's insane. And now I apologize. And this is my, this is what I want to do. It's like, that's, this is the insane world we're living in,
Hey, I'm just thankful. It sounds like they were on the ground still, not in the air. So.
Oh, really? So they were actually, they hadn't even like taken off yet. That was before she even they even left.
Well, the flight attendant said we're pulling into the gate. You know, you have to wait till we get to the gate. So.
And deplane her. Yeah, I feel bad for the children too. For
Did
this.
they have to
I
make a
should've
special
said that.
stop? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine,
No,
Jane.
I would have like I would have thrown out the like that chute, the like floating chute, and just tossed her ass out and said peace.
3 dots.
You would decompressurize the plane and it would crash if you opened the door.
They're on the ground.
And actually, I think you would need like, what was it, like 10,000 pounds of strength to actually open the door in a flight or something like that.
I think they're on the ground here.
Oh,
I heard they were on the ground. That's what I heard.
See, I wasn't listening. It was 3 Dave was listening. I wasn't. I'm the bad guy now. Sorry.
You don't pass the quiz.
I'm gonna be not passing that quiz, guys. I'm sorry. I might remove I might get like might be removed. I might be just Tim.
He's gonna be Tim.
Oh no!
Tim.
What are you?
Just
You're
be-
so you just be Tim.
Yeah, I'll just be Tim now.
You'll just be Tim.
I've called him Tim before. I've dropped the B. Hey, Tim.
That's because you lost respect for me. That's why.
No, B Tim.
Oh, never.
Let me
see, Tim.
See what?
Just wondering, like you're so mean. You're listening. Oh, Tim, why you gotta be so mean?
Absolutely, I gotta be mean. It's the best thing to do.
Only way to be, right?
Yeah,
Tim?
exactly.
You know what happens
Tim.
here.
All right, I'm turning this back on. So it says the scene shot by a passenger reveals the tense exchanges that played out before Gomez stormed down the aisles.
Hi, disarm door, standby protocol.
I'm a licensed attorney, so just be careful.
She said, "I'm a licensed attorney, so just be careful."
Yeah, you'll get. I don't know.
Well,
Get
when
sued.
they pull that card.
I'm sorry. What'd you guys? I'm sorry. You said she'll be sued.
Yeah, she'll sue someone. You'll get a subpoena. That's her threat to them or something like that. I'm sure the airline.
Like, huh?
Yeah.
So are they fighting over seats?
I don't think they were fighting over seats because the lady just asked her how many seats she said she had, and she said 5. And then I think that Tiffany was saying something to her, and she was like, "Look, I'm an attorney, so you be careful what you say." You know, like that's how I took it. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, idle threat.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give 2 but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real.
Wow. I'm going with hysterical and delusional.
I'm not going to.
That motherfucker right there is not real.
What does she mean by that exactly, you think?
She's
Is he
delusional.
talking about the attorney?
Yeah.
She starts screaming, "He's not real. He is not real."
That solves her seating problems if she's not.
And hell,
if he's
people
not
were
real.
like going, "This chick, right, doesn't exist." I mean, this is what I heard.
Yeah, well, that solves.
before I saw this video.
that would solve her seating arrangements if that person wasn't real. Because if they're not real, then you can take a seat there.
Oh, yes, exactly. Okay, I get it now.
But then she pops up now, right? And she's like has like an agenda.
What's her agenda? 3 Dave.
I thought it was
some kind of. Okay.
I don't what she's selling something, right?
Who knows? Let's
find out.
No, we talked about it like 5 minutes ago or 10. She's selling something.
Stop the bullying.
Earbuds?
Is that what it was?
No, I don't know. I don't know if it's earbuds. I don't know. What do you?
It's AirPods.
AirPod, her AirPods, but she wasn't selling them. She was looking.
No, a family member allegedly took them and would not give them back.
Okay.
And when she started screaming, "He's not real! He's not real!" it was meant to mean he's being fake. He's not telling the truth.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. I guess sense.
I guess. Yeah, I know. Me too, Ellie.
Perfect sense, guys. Exactly. Whenever you're in the plane.
I'm with you here.
How do you translate it? 3 Dot. You kind of. This sounds like.
I would say she's fake as fuck, and that the whole thing was drama, and that it is like a way to get viral. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
End of sentence.
Boom.
I would have just looked at my family member and said, "You're not going to give me my AirPods back? Just wait till we land this plane."
Yeah. Dude,
No, but I think they're on the ground at this point. They just like barely boarded, and then all of a sudden she was like hysterical. That's what I kind of think is what's happening here.
She's like, fuck going
And
through
so
this
now
flight without
it's like,
AirPods.
she doesn't exist. Yes, she exists. No, she doesn't exist. And all of a sudden, no, she really does exist because she's saying, buy my AirPods, whatever the hell she wants to say, and that is going to have attention.
All right, we'll finish playing this here real fast because I think this goes into the this goes into the plane. Wait a minute, we played that where she's okay. This is right afterwards when she comes off the plane. Okay, so yeah, this is right afterwards.
Airport police were called to the gate and heard about a dispute that took place on the plane between Gomez and another passenger.
So this is what we got. There was a disturbance on the air. Yeah. One female, she was, I guess, still so they got into a verbal altercation on the aircraft. She made some statements as not threats, like this aircraft I want to go off. That's her concern. So she could have been open.
Do one of y'all want to go?
One officer boards the plane to check out everything.
Other than that, do you need anything?
Yeah, he's got to go in there, and I'm sure he's probably like, what the hell?
So right now, we should be fine. Passengers already on the public area, so just let her.
Well, she's messing with TSA. We're probably going to arrest her for public intoxication.
Okay.
So,
that works with me.
Yeah. She's still continuing to be a headache.
Then the officers were left to walk through the airport to find Tiffany Gomez. They had her information from her boarding pass and believed she was likely intoxicated. Officers found the man Gomez was accused of hitting, the one who, quote, wasn't real.
No, it's okay.
Poor guy. Got smacked upside the head for
right.
Not being
Now this
real.
could have been this is like my big picture pulling back, right? A lot of people that go on airplanes take Xanax, right? In my experience with Xanax and shit like that.
Whoa. Just be careful.
I mean, a lot of people do take
they
Mentos to go
kind
up
of
on
black
there.
out, right?
It's
I mean, that's
true.
kind of
Yeah, just
right.
don't
I mean, they
accuse
take it in order to be
Xanax.
calm, but really
Yeah.
what they're doing is going like amnesia, right? So now take amnesia with a few drinks. You're twisted.
A little bit.
All panel guests' opinions are their opinions alone, does not reflect Queen Bee nor her channel.
Yes,
I
fly.
totally back that
Why
up.
said he thinks.
But a lot of people do, for calming effect,
They do.
Yeah, she just pushing me like, are you at the part of that? I don't know who's talking to in the phone. So I was just sitting right here, and she just kept pushing me, and then she just.
Did she say anything before that to you? No.
No.
And you didn't say anything to her?
No.
Are you okay? You hurt?
Yeah. No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I held my flight, so it's just gonna be like in the next 15 or 20 minutes.
Okay.
So that assault mean, what does that mean?
Assault? It means to attack, to fight somebody, to push them, hurt them, right? To bring some kind of harm, bodily injury.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, she didn't. She just pushed me.
You don't want to do anything about it?
It's okay.
Okay. All right. Do you mind if I get your information real quick?
At the same time that the man is telling his story to officers, another.
So that's the man she got into it with, huh?
Yeah, thank God.
Where she said he wasn't real. Here's where they're out outside. Okay. She talks about, and then here's her apology. This is what I wanted to get to. So basically, we've seen pretty much all this, right? Let's get to her apology here. All right. Here
has posted a video on Twitter.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Tiffany Gomez, probably known as the Crazy Plane Lady, which is completely warranted.
Gomez, in a scripted statement, apologized for what she did that day.
First and foremost, I want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and that was not the case. My use of profanity was completely unnecessary.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off.
I want to apologize to everyone on that plane, especially those that had children aboard. Can't imagine going through that and trying to explain to your kid what in the world just happened. We all have our bad moments, some far worse than others, and mine happened to be caught on camera for the whole.
Which that is so true. I mean, shit, we all make mistakes, but hers happened to be caught and now it's viral.
I feel bad for her.
Yeah, but how many of us say outlandish things like what she said?
Yeah.
Especially in a stream.
Well, I mean, look at the outlandish shit your fucking buddy said. I mean,
I don't condone any of that. I'm just saying that
I'm not
everyone is personally involved with whatever you say, word for word.
Look at the outlandish shit that's on here. I won't even put him in it.
That what she said.
Look at the outlandish stuff that's said.
All right. You want to pin me down? Go ahead. Give me what you got.
Let her queen talk, Tiff.
No, I'm just saying, it's the same. Like, people say all kinds of shit. Like, on this platform, when you say one bad thing or you say one shitty thing, like, it carries with you for a long time, way longer than if you were to say something good. And like she said, hers got caught. Hers was viral, like, for the world to see. It doesn't always happen that way. You know what I'm saying? But we have all made mistakes.
Oh, that is fact, but we haven't all assumed someone was not real and started screaming at everybody. Like, that's like a psychotic kind of.
I'm just saying, like, we've all said things that,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We've all said shitty things.
But there's mistakes, and there's also deciding to make a mistake.
And what if she had, I don't know if she had some mental health issue going on or whatever, I don't really
Might
know.
have been drinking. She might have, whatever. It could have just been all a big conglomerate thing.
She said she's getting, there's a lot of memes and she can laugh at a lot of them, but there's a lot of them that really made her feel bad about herself. And here, let's finish it. We'll finish it.
trying not to sound like Minnie Mouse.
Then the apology took a different turn. Gomez said she's enjoyed some of the memes, but there's been a flip side.
On the flip side, it is very invasive and unkind. And I don't know what I would do without the love and support of my friends and family. I hope that I can use this experience and do a little bit of good in the world.
At the end of the Twitter video, Gomez posted that she's on a journey to promote good mental health and stand up against cyberbullying. What that means is unclear. She posted a link to her website that simply says, "Stay tuned." For Law and Crime.
Okay, so this was totally different than
Yeah, so I
the
was kind of
article
confused
she
on
had
the
posted.
bullying, you know. Law Nerd said, Ryan, come, hold on. She said, Ryan, come and get your aunt. I'm done with you, Law Nerd.
But
Oh God.
yeah, she had posted a totally different little article about how it was her family and her aunt or her cousin, and she knew they wouldn't give them back, and now this. So
Well, in this, she did say something about mental health and bullying and to stay tuned. So I guess we'll just stay tuned.
I do think though she's
Yeah.
kind of using it like as a platform now.
Scapegoat.
The way she said
I
that.
said that like 10 minutes ago.
I said, I'm sure, and I said here, I'd still think, I said a lot of men probably would. Shit, there's probably women that would.
Or how about you create? If you create that, let's go on an airplane and be a weirdo, and all of a sudden people look at you, eyeballs are on you. Come on.
Hold on, Dave. Tar Heel Girl, she's. I don't mind supporting you, Queen, because you're real and raw and cool as hell. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. Gina Diamond, thank you so much. Blank Screen, new member, thank you so much. Alpha says, this is for Grain. You're the best. Oh, that's sweet. Wing Zero, take a dot away. And Law Nerds, come get your aunt. Okay, thank you guys. I just didn't want to miss you guys. I appreciate you, and I don't want to be rude. So,
Man, I don't know. I think she's gonna use this as a, you know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see.
I totally just made the heart
But
with
you know
my
what?
hands.
Stay tuned.
Go on.
I'm just want
I had
to
kind of
the
forgotten
statement.
about her.
Stay tuned. That really like resonates with me. I'm like on pins and needles of what you'll say next.
Well, she probably has a court case and can't say much right now. I don't know.
There ain't no court case for her. She's
Come on.
mentally ill, I think, as far as the courts are concerned.
No, Roger, maybe don't say that.
We don't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, Dave.
Yeah, we don't know that.
That's why there's no court case.
You can't assume because there's no court case that someone's mentally ill. You have to have documents to prove that, man.
Right? She's just escorted out, but she has a platform. Stay tuned. That's all I gotta say.
I can see that. Mhm.
You know, if you're desperate, if you beat him, want to
Be careful,
really
Dave.
have
They're
people
taking away
pay
dots from
attention to you, right?
They're taking
Go
away
on,
dots from
go on
you.
an airplane and act like a fool, and then be like, "Here, stay tuned."
Do you go on planes much? 3-Dot?
no, he don't. I don't think.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, no one's gonna do that on a plane. Like, they are like so backwards there. You'll fucking no.
Yeah.
No one wants to go. No one wants to do that.
I'm done. Look,
They're taking dots away from you.
I wouldn't let her spend the night though. That's for sure. Hell yeah, she'd wake up in the middle of the night talking about you ain't real.
Oh God.
And you wouldn't think that Cheez It Girl would do what she did either, though. So, I mean, you just don't know.
I am done. That's it.
I wonder if Cheez is going to sponsor that girl, Crowley.
Right?
You know,
I don't know who this is. They're not real.
maybe like well, technically you can't profit from your crimes, so they might take her money if she got Cheez-Its advertisement money.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to jump down. I thank you so much for having me up.
All right, you have a good one.
Nice talking with you,
too,
Stereophonics
Tim.
Mom.
You too, Green. Bye,
Vice Girl
Boston.
Phonics.
Thank you, Queen. And
Good to see
Dave.
you. Glad to have you here.
Oh God, Dave.
Nice to be here. I'll be in chat. Thanks.
No problem. 3 dots
Thank you, Bev. I appreciate you. I know 3 dots like here. Just you guys welcome me in. I'm in for good.
Right?
Yes, you are. Everyone
Got a
bless
friend
you.
in me. You got a friend in me.
You
Okay,
guys
hold
sing
on.
the Toy Story song for us, Queen? You got
I
a
feel like
friend in
Dude,
me.
That fits me. You got a friend in me.
Fucking Dave. Uh-oh, they took some of your dots away in the chat.
Media
Now I have the
influencer
Golden Girls
Bahama
song in my head.
died. The college student's family delivered the sad news on Instagram.
Hi, thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome back.
Annabelle created YouTube vlogs about her life as a student at Kennesaw State University and a sister of Alpha Omicron Pi sorority. Her fashion hauls showed off her sense of style.
I love college and I love my sorority. I love my friends. I love the experience that I've had. So I'm at the point in my life where I am almost done with college and I'm applying to internships and trying to figure out my life once, post-grad when I have to.
So yeah, they are saying that she, her, I guess her autopsy is available or whatever that they is available to the parent. You know what I'm saying? To the parents and stuff like that. They said that the cause of death. I'm sorry, for a 22-year-old influencer Annabelle. She's so young and
Wow.
It's really sad. You know what I'm saying? That she's so young and full of life, and you know what I'm saying. She's just on here talking about graduating and
Yeah.
What is she?
it's just
Was
sad,
she the
man.
jogger, Queen? Was she the person that was jogging?
No.
Okay.
That's
What is she-
that's a different girl. We can pull her up too next. I mean, if you guys too for real quick, but that's another
What-
case I was going to talk about.
What happened with this girl?
Yeah.
Here, I'll finish playing it here.
Enter the real world and get a job.
In a final post on her Instagram page, the Ham family wrote, Annabelle experienced an epileptic event and has gone on to the gates of heaven. Annabelle Ham was 22 years old.
Oh, see, that's really sad.
That's so random too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's really sad and really kind of random. That's
This was epilepsy?
Epileptic event, yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Rachel. Okay, so Rachel Marin or Marin. I'm not sure how they say it, but this was 5 days ago. Here, I'll pull this back. This was 5 days
Well,
ago.
on that last girl, I would say, for everyone in chat and everyone listening from here on out, that hug your loved ones because you never know when it ends.
Very true.
It's really
Very
important
true.
to love your moments, and if your moment is like to give your child that last hug or whatever, you never know, because an epileptic event or some kind of seizure takes your life. That could have been the last thing you did,
But you know what? That girl seemed to have a pretty, she did a lot at least. It seemed like she had a, it's a pity that she didn't live longer, but at least she went to college and was doing an internship and did some. So at least she had, as brief as it was, at least she had something at least. So the consolation prize, I guess.
Yes, at least some good memories, and she got to go to college, experience that. There was some things that she got to experience because that's really tragic, and I'm sure her parents are probably devastated. So this slain mom, Rachel Marin, was found naked with face brutally smashed in. This is the one that was found on the track after she was running, and I guess she was found right off the side of the trail. It was awful. So this is from 5 days ago. So wait a second. He said his daughter. Hold on a minute. Let's see here. Michael Gabrowski's, I'm guessing, told the Daily Mail that he and his daughter found a 15 to 20 foot blood trail by Moran's body. Okay. And then they're saying that basically hold on here. Gabrowski speculated that Moran's killer may have been trying to erase her identity, adding that the right side of her face was gone and that she looked like she had been beaten, dragged, and had her face smashed in with a rock. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucking awful.
It's personal.
Gracie, you forgot to pause your YouTube before you hit your StreamYard link. I can hear the feedback. That's how I know. Okay, come back. You guys say come back up when you're done. Yeah, it makes you wonder, like, why is he suspecting that? What is he? I mean, not that he knows. I'm just like, what is he? Why is he suspecting that? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I didn't know she was a mom either. I didn't know that because I haven't like looked into it a lot. So let me see. I pulled up another.
I didn't know she's a mother either.
Oh, look, Grizzly True Crime is going over it. She's awesome. Like, she's freaking awesome. And actually, Court TV just went over this one 5 minutes ago. This one was put out 5 minutes ago. Hey, Gracie, what's up?
Please tell me this is okay.
Yes, you're good.
You hear yourself? You don't hear? I don't hear myself. So as long as you pause your YouTube first before you hit the StreamYard link, you're usually fine. You're usually good to go.
Okay, I did. Thank you. So pretty. So sad.
30-year-old mother of 5, Rachel Morin, went for a jog in Bel Air, Maryland on August 5th, but never returned home. She was reported missing that night. The following day, her remains were discovered under horrific circumstances. Law enforcement officials are staying tight-lipped on the details surrounding Rachel's death, but
Yeah, that's sad and that's awful. She's mother of 5.
Oh my God.
And yep, you got feed. Somebody's still got feedback. I can still hear myself, but it's all right. We'll get off here soon, anyways. So
I'm muted, so not me.
I just muted Gracie again, so it's probably her, but that's okay. But yeah, a mother of 5. That's so sad. That is so sad. And yes, Lex, she's amazing. Grizzly True Crime. She is very like fact-based, like Plunder. If you want to watch somebody that you know has the facts and isn't gonna be involved in any drama or craziness or anything like that, go check her out because she's really, really good.
Really good.
Grizzly True Crime is her link. Ben Dreamin, thank you so much, love. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for all the support you guys have given me, emotionally, mentally, physically. Like just all of it. Like, thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, it has not been an easy couple weeks, and I definitely had my fill last night. That was for sure.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being lied on with it, not even lied on, just shit twisted. I'm just irritated with it. Like I said, it's not even necessarily like, because it's more so like, yeah, I say lying, but I feel like it's more so miscommunicating and twisting shit because you either misheard it, misunderstood it, you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's miscommunication. Like it's just,
people choose to hear that with their like what you played last night. Like she could have played that.
99% of someone's fucking content, you get a little goddamn tired of the bullshit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's apples to oranges. I know somebody tried to compare that situation last night to something else, but like I said, that's apples to oranges. That's not even the same fucking kind of situation.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, you're
Not
talking about
So,
you're talking about Laura. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
The one who
she's
called me a miserable cunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her.
Yeah,
Knows your
she's.
name.
I mean, like she does just cover you. I mean, I've noticed that. It's like
I'm the only one she covers. I'm the only one she talks about on both of her channels.
It's like, ma'am, there are
It's,
other
it's
people.
crazy. It's so weird.
It's
like
like,
it's so,
I gotta ask you, Queen, did you like date like or something? Because it's like,
Did you 2 days? Stop.
we need to find this out because this is obsessive. I mean, like this is crazy. Like I mean, like
she really is. Like she's
50
obsessed.
Well, and I like I said, everything was fine. I mean, I wasn't even gonna go in her fucking room. I wasn't gonna say anything to her. But when she was like, "Yeah, you did, Queen. You said you said I was gonna get banged by 300 dudes. Yes, you did. You did say that. Yeah, I got the clip." So I was like, "Fuck that. Play the clip. Play the clip. Play the motherfucking clip. Then pull the clip right now. Not a piece of it. Well, all of it. Pull the whole clip." And in the clip, she's like, "Yeah, you said I was gonna get ran by 300 dudes." And in the clip, it specifically says. In the clip, it says, I don't know about 300 dudes.
You go. No, wait, you go. This has been on my whole day. It's made my day. And I'm sorry, but when you're saying, you know what, I don't give a fuck what you know, what you are. But like, this is what's happening. You were like on such a roll that it was coming out so fast last night. And I was so glad that you were doing that because it was awful. Like, I just don't get it. Like she's obsessed.
She does that. She obsesses over one content creator, like completely, like to the point where it's like you sit there. It's like, I mean, like I get it. Like you can cover and criticize anyone, and you do like if it's like whatever. But it's like you're not doing other people. You're not talking about other people, and it's to the point
Can
where
I
it's
talk
like,
on this?
Yeah, you talk, man. What's up?
So I'm not sure who you're talking about, like as a creator, as an attacker, but when they do that, they're trying to like be like open to people coming over and being a part of them, right?
Yeah.
But
Well, actually,
if you're not that way, if you're like so, if you're so like not attractive, you're really screwing up. If you're not like a great alternative, then you're really screwing it up.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Queen?
Unless that channel is super awesome and like freaking everyone needs to like pay attention and go over there and be a part of that chat, be a part of that channel, and be a part of that creator. Well, you know what? To each their own, but I have a feeling that's probably not the case.
Well, 3 come.
You're kind of like ranting off in a whole different direction, buddy.
Yeah.
I know. Like, who is this?
I think what he means.
Who are you
is
talking
like,
about?
I
know.
heard her say, these people haven't watched any of my true crime stuff. They just watch the drama. They don't know how I really am. I don't care to see anything else after I've seen the drama shit she pulls. So that's on her.
Who's her?
Laura, or
The other channel creator.
Oh my god. Sorry.
So like you
Who's
were
Laura?
saying, if it's not a good alternative, which she's not. She is not.
Dave.
No.
3. You just launched yourself right out. You yeeted yourself.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was here and he's like, "What's her channel?" Boom, just took
I
himself
know.
out flying. I'm like, "Oh god."
He going to troll.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He got
Look,
his
Monica,
answer.
she said, "Oh my God, Queen, they would not budge," ignoring what you actually said. I know there was like 4 people over there arguing, and she's like, "Just apologize, Queen Bee, just do it, just apologize right now, just say you're sorry, just say it." I'm like, "No, bitch, I'm not gonna say."
Well, those people you could
say.
No.
Like, I'm never gonna say I'm sorry to you, Lauren. Never, ever.
Oh, you're squeaky.
I'm never gonna be
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Calm down. Calm down, Gracie.
I'm
Calm
not. You take
Hey,
it
I
to
didn't even know she called me a miserable cunt until I heard your post this morning from last night.
Yeah,
And then I went over there to see what was going down, and I'm like, oh wait,
That's why I
I'm
don't.
such a miserable cunt, aren't I?
Yeah, that's why I don't really try.
What do you
to
mean? Yeah.
No, I'm
friendly
not saying yeah to
person.
you, but like, wait, let me say a sentence, guys, because you kind of cut me off. No, I'm not saying yeah to that, but I'm saying yeah that she's kind of like you can't really convince her audience or anything because they're just kind of like deep into it, and they just believe any reality that's so it's pretty, you know. So I'm just like whatever. It's just they're not gonna be convinced no matter
Reachable.
what you show. Yeah, it's like you sit there, it's like okay. Well,
Stereophonics mom says, I'm so confused about the dots. Am I, welcome here or not?
what do you mean the dots?
You've been on panel for an entire hour and a half. What the fuck?
Am I not welcomed?
Don't you get?
I'm just like curious. Who are we talking about? I shouldn't get blocked for that.
I didn't take you down. You were in the middle of talking to us, and you fucking hit either the back button or you.
I did not.
I didn't do anything to you. I swear.
All right,
I did.
coolio.
She would let you back up if she dropped you.
Wasn't me. Wasn't you. It was a act of fate.
I don't know, but if I didn't want you up here, I'd say, all right, 3 Dot Dave, it's time for you to go.
Yeah,
And 3 Dot,
but I'm here now.
I mean,
3 Dot, she's thrown me in the back too, just to teach me a lesson, and then brought me back. So it's okay.
All right.
That's never happened to me. So
She's always just trying to get me back.
So who are we talking about?
We're gonna finish this clip. Here we go.
You said Laura.
The case
I'm
has
just wondering,
been
like, who
deemed
is Laura?
a violent homicide. And while no suspects have been identified, authorities are interviewing those closest to Rachel. Tonight, what we know about Rachel Morin and the mystery of what happened to her on that trail. Good evening to you and welcome to Closing Arguments. I'm Julie Grant, in tonight for Vinnie Politics.
Oh shit, look out, here's Vinny. That's Molly's boy. She just cracks me up. She's like, I'll just tell Vinny. Okay.
I don't even picture calls anymore.
Now look, this is like, you know how beautiful is that anyways? I mean, people would jog down, you know what I'm saying? Like I would hate to see
freaking nice.
Dan Dreamin said, I'm giving it like a fake $50 to boot Dave. Are we on Queen Bee's Island?
What she said, you said she's sending me a fake $50 to boot you?
Yep. And it's so odd because I'm so nice.
Dave.
Well, guys, we've been on there for 4 hours anyways. I got to be getting off here myself. I got stuff I got to get done, and you know what I'm saying? I got to get up at 5, so it's early.
Yeah, 5? Jeez Louise. Anywho, you have a good one, guys.
Well, I got to it's 5:30, but you know what I'm saying? It's still fucking early.
It's fucking early. Jesus.
No, it's definitely
been
real.
fun.
She said, you know it's real. Yes, ma'am, I do.
Good night, guys.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Thanks, Queen.
Good night.
Get rest.
All right, Queen. Good night, everybody.
See you around.
I love you, Tim.
Hugs to everybody.
I
In
despise
chat
you
and,
all.
like, in the world.
Especially 3 Dot Dave. I despise you the most.
3 Dot motherfucking Dave. Peace.
Later, yo. Have a good one, man. And I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Thank you for going over that case. And we'll talk about some other ones. We got 2 or 3 of them, you know what I'm saying, to chit chat about. So, there's another one too coming up that I know they're wanting to bring awareness to. So we'll chat about that one too. Anyhow, though, you guys, again, I love y'all. Thank you for supporting the Hive and stuff. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side.